Road fans, if you'll once again direct your attention to midfield for a special presentation. Here at Pike Road High School, we know the importance of building a strong foundation of academic and extracurricular excellence, as well as Pike Road pride. Tonight, we're honored to recognize the Pike Road Intermediate School staff, led by Principal Dr. Bonnie Sullivan and Assistant Principal Dr. Lachey King. These educators work tirelessly to ensure that our little Patriot learners continue to grow their intellectual curiosity while learning to think, innovate, and create. From the administrative team at Pike Road High School, we extend a big thank you for investing in our future learners and helping pave the way for success beyond Pike Road High School. Pike Road fans, let's give a big round of applause to the Pike Road Intermediate School staff. One more time for the PRIS staff. This is a public service message from the Alabama High School Athletic Association. Good sportsmanship is a top priority for the AHSAA and our member schools. While you enjoy this outstanding event, please give all student athletes your positive support and encouragement. Booing, taunting, and derogatory remarks directed at opponents or contest officials are unsportsmanlike and unacceptable. Again, this has been a public service message from the Alabama High School Athletic Association. Patriot fans, next up, an announcement from Pike Road High School Principal Andrea Manus.
Hello fans, and welcome to Pike Road High School, home of the Patriots. My name is Andrea Manus, and I'm honored to serve as principal of this great school. We're happy that you have joined us for tonight's game featuring the 2021 5A tonight. We hope that you will enjoy this Friday Night Lights. As the evening progresses, we ask that you display exceptional sportsmanship and adhere to all procedures to ensure a safe, fun, and memorable night of high school football. Finally, please be sure to support our local school organizations by visiting our concession stands and vendor tents. Thanks again for joining us, and go Patriots!
And now, an announcement from Pike Road Mayor Gordon Stone.
Good evening, football fans, and welcome to Pike Road. It is a pleasure as mayor and representing the town council to have the opportunity to say to our friends from Wetumpka, we are glad you're here. Thank you for joining us. We also want to say thank you and congratulations to our intermediate school faculty and staff. What a great thing to recognize you tonight. On behalf of your town council and all of the team at Pike Road, we appreciate our parents, our students, and all of you who are dedicated to making this the best school system it can possibly be. Go Patriots!
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another evening of Pike Road Patriot football, where tonight the defending 5A state champion Pike Road Patriots are hosting the Wetumpka Indians here at Pike Road Stadium. My name is Adam Bishop. I'll be serving as your play-by-play commentator for tonight's game, sitting in for Richard White, who's on assignment this week, and joined as always.
That's pretty nice how you put that. I wouldn't have put it like that, Richard.
Providing the color commentator, Chris Myers. Chris, I'm excited to get to be here with you tonight.
Hey, man, we're glad you're here. It's an upgrade from Richard. Don't tell him I said it. But.
Well, you guys have done a fantastic job the first 2 weeks, and you know, Chris, it's pretty awesome, Chris, to think about all of the people who are tuning into this broadcast every week, literally from all over the world. So pretty cool thing we get to do here.
Yeah, it's really neat. You know, it's not just this, but the coaches show that you're doing, you know, every week has been really cool too.
It's been a great opportunity, and if you're out there in Patriot Nation and you haven't tuned into that yet, those are also posted here on our Pike Road Live channel. Now, don't watch it now. We got a game going on right now, but at some point you might want to catch up with those, getting to know the new head football coach, Ed Rigby. Well, we've got a lot to talk about, getting ready for the Wetumpka Indians this evening. But before we get to that, let me tell you a little bit about the team that we have here tonight. Brian Harris is our engineer. Chad Boak is our camera operator. Dr. Keith Langford, our superintendent of the Pike Road School System. Andrea Manus is the principal here at Pike Road High School. Joy Washington serves as the athletic director. And this great team is excited to be bringing you this game tonight.
Yeah, and I know we say it every week, but you know, do want to send a big thank you out to the leadership of the school. You know, the superintendent, Dr. Langford, Miss Manus, Miss Washington, Miss Stockman at the junior high. I mean, they're doing a great job of jumping in, being new this year. And the trajectory they've got us on is phenomenal. We just appreciate all the effort they're putting in.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, tonight is a big night, Chris, as we are hosting our first region game of the season. Again, as a reminder, maybe you're tuning in for the first time this season, Pike Road has made the jump from 5A to 6A football here in the state of Alabama, playing in Region 2 with Russell County, Carver High School, Sidney Lanier High School, Park Crossing, Stanhope, Elmore, and of course our opponent tonight, Wetumpka. And so big night as we get our region season started.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting night. You know, Wetumpka's coming in, and they've got a new coach, just like we do. They've got 2 wins under their belt so far. They're 2-0, and sure they're feeling pretty confident coming in. And you know, I feel pretty confident about where we're at. We've played 2 really tough opponents. Played them really hard, really tough. Didn't go how we wanted it to go, but I'm very confident they're going to come out here and perform. They've gotten better each game. I fully expect to see that, you know, continuation.
Absolutely. We're grateful for our sponsors for tonight's game. A couple of sponsors I want to highlight here before we get into the action. Vaughn Forest Church, grateful for their sponsorship. A group of people just like you meeting weekly. So whether you're looking for a church home, online or on campus, student ministry, kids ministry, 9:30, 11 a.m. each Sunday, vaughnforest.com. Brantley Bank, that also sponsors the weekly coaches show. Rich tradition of service. They've celebrated the 1-year anniversary of their location here in Pike Road that's right in front of Publix. but they've been in the state of Alabama since 1946. So whether it's personal banking, loans, or even services for your business, give the guys at Brantley Bank a look. You can visit them at brantleybank.com or call them at 334-676-8220. The Pike Road Quarterback Club is responsible for organizing all of the sponsors, this broadcast this evening, and the team to make the things happen. If you haven't yet, visit PikeRoadQBClub.com. That's PikeRoadQBClub.com. To learn more about the club, click on the links for all the sponsors, sign up for the news updates and more. That's PikeRoadQBClub.com, brought to you by Dogwood Media Solutions. Need marketing help, a website, or social media? You can contact them as the Quarterback Club did at dogwoodmediasolutions.com. Well, Chris, you mentioned that the Wetumpka Indians are entering tonight's game 2-0 on the season. 2 impressive victories so far under first-year head coach Bear Woods.
Yeah, they've started out really strong. They played 2 7A teams, and Jeff Davis and Baker down at Mobile. They've come out and done a really good job. It seems like I think he's got them all believing and playing hard and playing well. They've got a good start to their season. They actually had to come back against Baker last week. Baker jumped up early and kind of stayed on top until towards the end of the game. Then they showed a lot of resolve, and Baker was going in to score. It was 21-7. Baker was going in to score, and they were on about the 3-yard line. And Wetumpka caused them to fumble, and picked up the fumble and took it 90-something yards to get the game to 21-14. So they're gonna be fighting just like we are.
And we'll ask that you remain standing for the playing of the national anthem, which is played tonight by the Pike Road High School Patriot Marching Band.
Dear Lord, thank you for bringing us all out tonight to glorify you. Bless tonight's game, our opponent, our team, and all fans. Thank you for allowing us to compete, and may all play hard and keep all free from injury. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
A great job, as always, by our Pike Road High School marching band with the national anthem. So Chris introduced you to the Wetumpka Indians from a record perspective, entering tonight 2-0. Let me give you the starting lineups for Wetumpka, the visiting team. At quarterback number 2, Nathan Rogers. I'm giving you the offensive starters here. At running back number 5, Michael Billiard. Number 11, wide receiver, Jamarion Thrasher. Number 6, wide receiver, Quayshawn Wright. Number 12, wide receiver, Malik Owens. Number 83, wide receiver, Jamal Davis. At tight end, number 80, Brant Yankee. Left tackle, number 65, Jacoby Jenkins. At left guard, number 71, Gregory Brown. At center, number 63, John Barfoot. At right guard, number 74, Gerald Lovejoy. And at right tackle, number 55, Clark Barker. And on the defensive side of the ball, number 10, defensive end, Kendall Smoke. Number 99, defensive tackle, Willie Cox. Number 32, defensive end, Jalen Riles. At outside linebacker, number 24, Finn Southwick. At number 1, middle linebacker, Justin Crumball. Number 9, also playing at linebacker, R.J. Harris. At outside linebacker, number 16, Jushawn Fleming. Cornerback number 7, Tristan Bennett. Cornerback number 20, James Ball. Safety number 4, Dorian Jackson. Other safety number 21, Kadarius Brown. And the kicker, number 85, Logan Wayhall. And Chris, there are some key players that we're going to be keeping an eye on tonight when it comes to the Wetumpka Indians.
Yeah, I think, offensively you always want to, kind of start with the quarterback and see what they've got there. And Nate Rogers, number 2, from what I've seen, what he's done, he led them back again last week against Baker. He's a really good athlete back there. He can throw it pretty well. They've got some big receivers, some big targets out there, a big tight end and a big receiver. So I think one of the keys to the game, as always, is going to be, especially with our style of defense, can we get some pressure on him? And once we do get some pressure, he's a guy that can tuck it and run it and get up the field. So if we get some pressure, can we contain him and keep him contained? I think that's going to be huge. They'll run some plays where it's called quarterback runs because he can do that. So that's the guy I think to keep our eye on and make sure that we can contain him.
That's good. And then at our Pike Road Patriots, as you know, 0-2 entering into tonight's play. But as we've been talking each week on the head coach's show with head coach Ed Rigby, these first 2 games have really served to prepare us for the entire season, and that's going to get us started in region play tonight. So let me introduce the Pike Road starters for you. At quarterback, we have Caleb Foster, who is number 11. At running back, number 21, Anthony Rogers. At the ex-tight end position, we have Levi Kelly. At the other tight end position, we have Mason Hussey, number 43. At the Y receiver position, Brennan Tormey, number 17. At the Z tight end position, Jordan King, number 15. And on the offensive line, Big Bison Lang, number 72 at left tackle. At left guard, number 51, Jose Juarez. At center, Connie Coleman. At right guard, number 55, Brendan Arrington. And at right tackle, number 60, Slayton Wortham. On defense for the Pike Road Patriots, and the defensive line, number 9, Malik Brockton. The defensive line, number 56, Gavin Rogers. Number 50 on the defensive line, Josh Hurst. At linebacker, number 47, Bishop Singleton. Number 4, Marcus Jones. And on the cornerbacks, we have number 10, Trey Cavers. We also have a linebacker, Mac Seaman, who's number 33. And the other cornerback is DJ Tolliver, number 6. Safety, Cody Markham, who's number 8. And safety JT Hells, number 14. Doing the serving kicking duties tonight will be Brennan Tormey, and our punter is Mac Seaman. And Coach, our trio of running backs so far this season has played good production from all 3, Anthony Rogers, A.T. Thornton, and DJ Williams.
Yeah, I think, if I'm the other team, I'm saying, hey, we're going to have to try to contain one, Anthony Rogers, and then DJ Williams, showed up with a really big game last week, some really good runs, and then, AT came in as a changeup, and like Coach Rigby said, he provided a spark when he came in there. He's not the biggest running back, but he runs hard. He's got really quick feet, and hits the hole pretty fast. So, if I'm watching us, I'm certainly concentrating on our running backs, trying to stop them, and of course that's kind of one of the keys for us is. We've got to get the running game established and then take some pressure off the running game with some completions and some passes. I think, hopefully up front, we've got 2 returning seniors, and then the other 3 guys are getting experience as we go. So I think they're getting better every week, and as long as they continue to progress, and the offense is going to continue to progress, that's where it all starts.
That's right.
Also, the other thing, it's been the story the last 2 weeks, but last week we had to protect the ball on offense. We gave up, 2 turnovers for points. I think if we just cut that out, then, we're playing good football.
That's right. And the captains are at midfield, going over everything, point toss with the refs. It looks like that I did not see who won the toss there, but we'll get to that in just a second. Let me give you a few more of our sponsors before we get started here in just a few moments. The turnover sponsor for tonight is Southern Orthopedic Surgeons. They offer advanced treatment for orthopedic injuries and disorders. 4 easy ways to access their locations. Patients benefit from the convenience of visiting multiple specialist surgeons and physical therapists. You can learn more about them at sosortho.com. Our Red Zone sponsor for tonight's game is the Pike Road Patriot Fund, which was set up to raise funds for the athletic and arts program of the Pike Road School System. You've probably heard, if you live in Pike Road, of the annual Crawfish Boil held each spring, and in the past 10 years, that event has happened. They've been able to raise and donate over $100,000 for Pike Road schools. The sacks for tonight's game will be sponsored by Hawthorne, Atkinson, and Little. They understand your challenges and strive to be accessible, responsive, and affordable. They know the importance of finding a law firm you can trust, and that's their top priority. You can visit them at harlegal.com. That's harlegal.com. Tonight's first downs will be sponsored by Guntharp Financial. Today's economic environment brings challenges, but along with challenges comes opportunity and potential rewards. Guntharp Financial works closely with its clients to evaluate those opportunities and reap those rewards. We invite you to check out all the material on their website at guntharpfinancial.com. And Chris, we're grateful for all of these sponsors, grateful for their investment in the Pike Road Patriot football program. But it's time to play some football.
It's time to play some football. We got the run out. Everybody should be ready. Looks like we're going to be kicking off. We won the toss, and we're deferred to the second half. One thing I did want to mention real quick, I want to shout out, we've got some new coaches and some coaches that have stayed, but just want to give shout out to all the coaches. Of course, the head coach is Ed Rigby. The offensive staff, you got offense coordinator Barry Loyal, offensive line coach is Mike Atkins, as well as Coach Jake Nager. Running backs is Brooks Boyd, wide receiver Josh Clark, and Doug Jones. On the defensive staff, the coordinator is Bobby Hudson. Defensive line is Jeremy Vines. Linebackers, Chris Boykin. Defensive backs, Anthony Davis, otherwise known as Coach Amp. Outside linebacker, Alan Manus. And Coach Threadgill is on the video for us. So that's a good lineup. Let's get some new coaches with some coaches that have been here, and I think they're gelling well and, got these kids going in the direction they need to go. So I'm excited about tonight.
Absolutely. Grateful for all the investment these coaches do every day, getting these young men prepared, not just for Friday nights, but for life in general as well. But it is Friday night, and we are under the lights here in Pike Road, Alabama, for our first region game of the year. Number 17, Brennan Tormey, is going to be kicking us off here in just a minute. And we've got two back to receive for Wetumpka, number 88 and number 19, I believe that is. And we are underway.
All right, here we go.
Looks like we've got a flag on the first play of the game.
And before we find out exactly what happened, since Richard White is not here tonight, I say anybody after the game wants to go over to his house and have a good party, then, hey, it's wide open.
I think that is a fantastic suggestion, Chris. Good job. So we'll be sharing his home address later in tonight's broadcast to make sure there's no confusion on that.
You're welcome, Richard.
Richard, we love you. You do a fantastic job every week. Did we have?
Looks like we might have got a little anxious getting down the field.
Yep. One of our guys heading downfield to make a tackle got a little ahead of the kick. So we're going to back it up and do it again.
I like it, though. I got a good buddy that says you'd rather tell him whoa than go.
That's exactly right. Rather have to hose him down than fire him up, Coach. Here we go. Number 17, Brendan Tormey with the kick.
All right, here we go.
Number 11 from Wetumpka takes it about the 12-yard line, comes right up the middle. He's going to the sideline. One man to beat, but we got him there on the sideline, far side of the field. Number 17, the kicker, with the tackle. And our defense comes out on the field. Wetumpka is going to start their first drive of the evening with excellent field position. Looks like we're going to mark it at about the 43-yard line. Tonight's first quarter is brought to you by Shaw Technology. Shaw Technology is a superior option for managing your network. They have your IT and communications requirements covered. Ready to enhance your business communication services? Visit them at shawtechnology.com to schedule a consultation. And Chris, it looks like Wetumpka is going to come out in a traditional spread offense, which I never thought I would put those two words together, Chris, traditional and spread, but here they are, number 2 right there at quarterback for the Wetumpka Indians.
Yeah, but I think they're certainly a spread-based team, and they're going to stay in it the majority of the game. That's where they're comfortable and what they're going to run it out of. Okay, we'll take 5 as a gift on the first play. We'll do that. We're still and defensively, we're still we've been in a shuffle every week. So every week we've kind of got a different starting lineup due to injuries or whatever else might be going on. Tonight we still don't have Jalen Jarrett back. Hopefully he's healing up and gets healed up quickly. And also, Bishop wasn't here last week, so he's back out there. So it's good to see Bishop out there this week.
Yeah, Bishop missed last week's game. It's good to see him back out here. That call was actually against Pike Road. So So they're going to start at 1st and 5 with number 2, Nathan Rogers, taking the snap in the shotgun. 2 backs set to his right. He's going to drop back. A little pressure on him. He's going deep down the field to number 4, and he overshoots him by just a couple of yards. Well, Coach, that's I just called you Coach, Chris. Chris, that's a good way to come out, maybe stretch out the defense. Wetumpka's going for the big game play right off the bat.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's really tested us too hard on the backside of our defense. I guess maybe they thought they saw something on film they want to take advantage of, but he was there, and we threw the ball, so we'll take it. 2nd and 5.
Rogers in the shotgun. He's going to throw a quick screen, and it's incomplete. Almost a backwards pass, but number 11 did a good job of getting upfield.
Yeah, we got a little pressure up the middle there as a catch and throw on that quick screen like that, but it's good to see some pressure getting through the defensive line there.
I think our defensive line is enjoying putting some pressure on the quarterback after stopping that fullback dive all week last week, Chris. This is nice to see them be able to, show those athletic skills and get back there and put some pressure on that quarterback.
You're 100% correct. I don't think there's a happier group on the field tonight than the defensive line after getting cut all last week every play.
Got Rogers, number 11 is in motion. He's going to roll out to his right, looking downfield. He's going to go deep again to number 6. Number 8's in front, and it's an incomplete pass. Number 8 on our defense undercut the route there. That's Cody Markham, and it did fall incomplete. Going for Quayshawn Wright, number 6, and that's a good stop the first drive, especially after that penalty, giving them a short yardage. I was a little surprised there, Chris, that they went with 3 straight passes when they only needed 5 yards to get a first down, but hey, we'll take it.
Hey, we'll take it. You're exactly right. You got 1st and 5 and you go for 3 passes. To me, that says maybe they think they saw something on film that maybe they can take advantage of, but we were pretty sound in coverage on all those plays. So
number 6 is going to let the ball go out of bounds. We'll see where they spot it. Looks like about the 28-yard line. And our Pike Road Patriots will come out on the field for their first offensive possession of the night.
It's a good stop for the defense for the first series. Very good stop. Now we need the offense to come out and keep improving like we've seen. We can be nice to get on the board first tonight and kind of get that momentum going.
Absolutely. The Patriots are led out on the field by number 11, our quarterback, Caleb Foster. For the Wetumpka Indians, number 1, Justin Cronbaugh, a middle linebacker, is a guy to keep your eyes on. He can fly to the ball and fill holes. And we come out and spread. We've got trips right. Number 43 is in motion with now everyone on the right side of the field. We're bringing number 15 back in motion. Fake speed sweep. We're going right up the middle to Rogers, and he's brought down at the line of scrimmage.
Number 21, Anthony Rogers.
All right, yeah, defensively, Wetumpka will do some different things. They kind of, right there you saw a 3-3 stack, so they've got 3 defensive linemen, and then the 3 linebackers behind them will be stacked directly behind them. They'll also get into a 3-4, similar to what we run with the 3 linemen and the 4 linebackers. And then they'll do something a little different too. I'm sure we'll hear it. We'll see it, if not this series, the next for sure. They'll walk everybody up on the line of scrimmage on their entire defense.
Foster in the shotgun. He's going to give it to Rogers. He's coming outside. Can he get to the sideline? No. Good sound defense by number 7 there for the Wetumpka Indians. Staying at home, cornerback Tristan Bennett with the tackle.
Yeah, we needed 1 block out there on the edge, and I think he would have got out of there. But was that third and 5, 3rd and 6?
It's a manageable 3rd down. We come out running the spread. We've had a 2-back set with Caleb Foster so far tonight. We'll see if we stay in that set, or it looks like we're going to spread some guys out. We've got trips on the far side of the field with a single wide out down here, and Caleb Foster is always in the shotgun. He's going to drop back, roll out to his right, looking to the trip side, and we've made the completion. Unfortunately, looks like we're a few yards short there of the 1st down.
Yeah, it's a good rollout. He got out there, had a clean shot at it. Juju Lane caught it, but it was just 2 yards short and he couldn't get turned around.
Yeah, but completing a pass like that the first drive of the game, especially to a wide receiver who's just kind of getting in the rhythm, that's going to come back to help us later in the game. So good first drive, no negative plays, and we will be punting it back to Wetumpka, who has number 11, who is deep to receive. That is Jamarion Thrasher. And we have Max Seaman, who is lined up to punt for the Pike Road Patriots from about the 35-yard line.
Yeah, and offensively, it's kind of a similar story, with the skill positions, except for the running backs, as the offensive line. We've got Brendan Tormey's a senior, but we've got a freshman and Levi starting, and then Jordan King and Juju are the next two receivers, and they're both sophomores. So we're pretty young out there too, and they're gaining experience and confidence every game also.
The 26-yard line, where Wetumpka will take over 1st and 10.
So Wetumpka is going to be taking over from the 26-yard line. It'll be interesting to see if they come back out and stick with the pass or if they go to some run plays here in their second possession of the season. Second possession of this evening. Nathan Rogers back at quarterback. He's in the shotgun with two backs set to his right. We've got two receivers on the near side of the field. And the quarterback's going to keep the ball, go to the left, a little bit of a counter step, open that up. He's hit the sideline, and he is going to take that to the house. Chris, that was a quick counter step to the right, and he went right back to his left, and he was gone.
Yep, he was gone. Went to the boundary. That was a designated quarterback run the entire way. Looked like they might have pulled an offensive lineman over there. It could have been a quarterback counter, or quarterback power, but ran into the boundary and had a nice little hole over there. And once he got out, he got out. We've seen him take off on film too. He can run once he gets out there.
Yeah, he certainly has speed, and once he got into the open field, no one was going to catch him. Chris, sometimes it's something as simple as just the set of the formation, bringing two receivers to the other side of the field, gave him one less guy on that side of the field. It was a well-designed play, well executed by Wetumpka, and they're the first to put points on the board tonight.
That's right. And also talking about the defense, we're missing Jalen, but also really one of our starters and impact players, Brendan Jordan's also out with injury. He got hurt last week too at that outside linebacker spot. So, like I said, we're shuffling people around and getting them where they need to be. And, one's going to break every now and then. That's all right.
And Coach, nobody wants us. Chris, I'm going to call you Chris at some point instead of continuing to call you Coach. I think it's a little bit of the carryover from our weekly coaches show. So receive that as a compliment.
I'll take it.
No one wants to see a 70-yard touchdown run. But it's one play. It's not a 12-play drive that wears you down physically. They got the points on the board. We're going to get the ball right back.
That's right.
So, it happened. But I'd rather this happen with 9 minutes to go in the first quarter than 9 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. So we'll see how our guys bounce back. One of the things I love about this team is their resiliency. They don't get down on themselves. They come right back. And I expect nothing less from the Patriots with the score that the Indians just put on the board.
Like you said, what you can do with one play, it would be one thing if you're just sitting there watching them grind like we did last week, it's dive after dive after dive. But, something's going to break every now and then. It's high school football. I got absolute confidence that this team is not going to be, shutting down by any team.
Kick into the end zone, so that'll come out of the end zone. And for those of you not familiar with the rules of high school football, if the kick goes into the end zone, the players don't have the option to return it. So that is the kicker's goal, and he did a good job executing that. So we'll come back out on the field. A good first series for the Patriots, but did not pick up the first down. So we'll see if we can change that with the second series of the game. We'll see if they come out back in our spread formation, or if we go to something we saw week one with a little bit more of a bunched formation.
It's like we're going with that split back set with Anthony and DJ Williams in the backfield now.
Caleb Foster at quarterback. And we have a flag on the play. Looks like we had encroachment, maybe lined up all side on the defense. I think that was the initial signal. Nope, that is my mistake. We actually had false start on the offensive line.
Looks like we tried to shift right there, and maybe somebody went towards the line of scrimmage. I'm not sure what happened, but.
Yeah, I'm not so sure the refs are on the same page with that. I saw a signal of encroachment down here on the sideline, and Coach Rigby saw the same thing. Here we go. Now we're moving it in the right direction.
I was trying to give the referees the benefit of the doubt, but.
Coach Rigby does a good job. He's respectful of the referees, but he also has been coaching football for 31 years, so he knows the game. He understands what happened there. And my guess, Chris, is that was by design. That motion was intended to draw the offside penalty. It did just that. Now we're starting off with 1st and 5. We'll see if we can take advantage of that.
I like it.
Come back out in that bunch formation.
Here's that defense I was talking about. They're going to come line up. Now we're in that bunch, but they're going to come line up everybody on the line of scrimmage.
I think we had a fumble on the play. They're going to rule him down, so we're going to have 2nd and 5. Did not pick up any yardage on that. Chris, I couldn't tell if we fumbled the ball, if they just made the stop there at the line of scrimmage. But either way, we didn't pick up any yardage on that play.
Yeah, it looked like, I think you were right to begin with. Maybe it hit the ground and we got back on it. But it looks like we're staying in that heavy set, or G-line as Coach likes to call it.
Caleb Foster up under center with the heavy set, bunch formation, G-line. Looks like defense moved to, again, I don't know if they're jumping off sides. I don't know if they're lining up off sides.
Yeah, it's hard to tell from this angle, but we'll take it.
It's twice in the same drive. That's got to be driving the Wetumpka coaching staff crazy.
Yes, absolutely.
It's interesting, Chris. I mean, you played football at a high level. Does that formation help draw the defense off sides? It's interesting that that's happened both times with that formation.
Yeah, that's a great question. I would say if, maybe they're putting some guys on the line of scrimmage that aren't used to being on the line of scrimmage, like some linebackers.
Right.
But I mean, you'll see later in the game, they're comfortable moving their linebackers up to the line of scrimmage. So I'm kind of surprised they've done that.
Foster under center. We've got speed sweep coming to the left. With number 2, he's going to try to break to the outside. And again, the cornerback does a good job of staying at home for the Wetumpka Indians.
We'll pick up 4 yards.
And in that offense, if you're picking up 3 to 4 yards of play, Chris, that's success.
Absolutely. 4 yards every play, you're winning football. You're winning football.
It's a good change of pace after coming out running the traditional spread offense the first drive to go to this. And Coach Rigby and I talked about this in the weekly coaches show. There aren't many high school football teams, Chris, that can run 2 different really offensive philosophies and the same game. So it's impressive to see these coaches have implemented this so quickly with the Patriots. Anthony Rogers is going to take a quick pitch from Caleb Foster, break right up the middle,
great run,
and be possibly at a first down. Looks like a little extracurricular activity there at the end of the play. I don't know if the ball hit the ground or if someone dived in on the pile a little late.
I'm pretty sure that the
looks
ball
like the ref
stopped.
is marking the ball down. That's what my eyes saw.
Number 21, Anthony Rogers.
Sometimes when that running back's already on the ground, somebody will yank the ball out. It'll pop up in the air. Everybody get excited. But we had already picked up the first down, and that is the Patriots' first down of the evening. And our first downs for tonight's first quarter are sponsored by Guntharp Financial, and the Patriots will continue to drive from their own 40-yard line. Back to Rogers, a quick pitch right up the middle. He's going to break it.
He gone.
There's no one to catch Anthony Rogers. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. Number 4 is going to try to get him. Did he make it in? Oh, they're going to mark him down at the 1-yard line.
Oh. Anthony Rogers.
Looked like he was in there. But, hey, beautiful run. Great job. Great job up front. Give him a little gap. Great job by him to find the crease and then bounce it out and get out of there.
Ran the exact same play that we picked up the first down, came right back to it. Basically a quick little pitch to Rogers. He goes right up the middle, broke it to the sideline, and it took number 4, Dorian Jackson, the safety from Wetumpka, chasing him down at the 1-yard line. But here we are, first and goal now, really from about the half-yard line. We're going to stay in that bunch formation with Caleb Foster under center.
Yeah, let's just punch this thing in. Don't play with it. There we go.
That's exactly what he's going to do.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's get the official signal from the refs. There we go. Touchdown, Patriots.
I got you, Richard. Touchdown. There you go, Richard. That one's for you, buddy.
I'll give you about an 8 out of 10 on that, Chris. That was fantastic. So that was fantastic. No, Richard's the only one that could get a 10 on it. But, hey, how about that? What a great answer from the Patriots to march all the way down the field. Caleb Foster on the quarterback, keep right up the middle. Extra point pending. We're going to tie this ball game up after that impressive first touchdown from the Wetumpka Indians. The Patriots come right back, and Chris, the coaching staff's got to be really pleased to see that.
Got to be happy with that. You know, I like the thought process behind it too. I mean, when you look at the offenses, you know, if you take that heavy set out, they're fairly mirror image. I mean, it's a spread offense versus a spread offense, designated quarterback runs and counters. And, you know, it might be something they're not used to seeing, especially when they've been practicing themselves, you know, over the whole summer. So I like it. Stay in it and keep punching the ball on them. That's
fantastic. And Tormey with the extra point is good, so we do have a tie ball game. And, I mean, Chris, you just can't underestimate the value of being able to bring out a different offensive set literally on the second drive of the evening. And as you said, Wetumpka's used to playing the spread every day in practice. This is not something that they're accustomed to seeing, and it really showed on that last drive.
Yes. You know, I love the, you know, Coach Rigby's thought process behind that set. He was, you know, a spread-based coach. And, you know, he said he read Bill Walsh's book, and Bill Walsh said he always had a set for when it was short and goal or, you know, under 3 yards to get a first down. He always had to get in a heavy set to pick up that short yardage, and that's what Rigby's adopted, and it's working.
That first touchdown of the evening from the Pike Road Patriots is sponsored by Vaughn Forest Church, and Brendan Tormey, number 17, will now be kicking it deep to the Wetumpka Indians. Looks like number 88's on reception. He's going to fake to the outside, come right back up the middle. Good sound tackle there, right at about the 30-yard line. Looks like the ball might have come loose there at the end of the play, but he was already down. Our defense will come back out on the field. And other than that one play, defense has done a great job so far.
Yeah,
and
hopefully
we'll see if they can keep that up.
Hopefully they kind of saw that on the sideline and coached up what happened, because if I'm calling the offense within the next 2 plays, I'm coming back to that.
Right, that's exactly right. And we're going to have to show that we can stop it just the same way they're going to have to show they can stop Rogers on that run right up the middle.
That's exactly right.
So this is a little bit of, we've got 4 receivers.
Quads to the field.
This has got to be a quick screen to the far end of the field with some blockers in front of them. Running back goes in motion to the right. Number 5, he's going to hand it to him. He's going to cut back away from the. And Chris, I guess the thought process on that play is if he meets one man, there's no one else out here to make the tackle.
That's it. I think kind of what you said earlier, just based off alignment and formation, they're trying to get as many guys to the field and then, attack the boundary. Hopefully they got numbers that way. It is nice to see the Buki's back out there at nose guard, number 7. He's been injured. Hopefully he can stay healthy and, work through it.
That's a big addition for the Pike Road Patriots. Number 2 is going to stay on the keep, go up the middle.
There we go. And, nice stop.
Basically shut that down right at the line of scrimmage.
Nice stop.
We weren't sure if we would see number 7, Jalen Jarrett, affectionately known as Buki, tonight, but he did come in for one play. He's coming back off. Looks like he's going to be in the rotation tonight, Chris. That's a good sign.
That's a good sign. So I just hope he stays healthy and gets 100%.
Coach
he's 100%. He's a nightmare for offensive linemen. I can promise you that.
Coach Rigby, I just read his lips, said, "You good?" And Buki gave him the head nod, so I think we're all right.
Well, I know this. He wants to be out there. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Rogers is going to fake the handoff, roll to his right. He's got number 11, and he just overthrows him.
Got good pressure on the quarterback there. Brought the linebackers. And who was that?
Stephon Andrews. Yeah, Stephon got there, and his pressure is what threw the whole timing of that play off. Stephon's had a great season so far. It's good to see him in the backfield again.
He has. He stepped up last week, starting as a sophomore, and played really well against that hard-nosed offense to stop. His job was to dive and did a good job of it, the whole game, just constantly going at him. And, he's a good young player, that's for sure.
You don't see many sophomores making plays at linebacker at this level of competition. So, fantastic football player. DJ Tolliver, number 6, is back deep to receive the punt. We've got some pressure on it. I think you got a finger on that punt.
There you go.
Was that number 8?
That's Cody Markham.
Cody Markham. Good job, Cody Markham.
Great effort.
Yeah, you could tell just the flight of that ball definitely changed. Cody put pressure. Chris, that's not the easiest thing to do, to get back there, put your hand on the ball, and not touch the punter. That's a skill.
Yes.
Well executed.
Yeah, especially in high school, a lot of times you're going to see those guys running into the punter, to your point. So, you try to coach him to take it off of his foot so you're not running into his body. You're going where the foot's going to be, but, he did a great job of keeping his angle right there.
So we've got a little bit of a stop of play here. 5:37 to go in the first quarter. And, Chris, I don't know what Coach Rigby is going to do coming out here, but I wouldn't be surprised if we go back to that bunch formation until the Wetumpka Indians show they can stop it.
Yeah, I would not be mad at all if we came out in that same set and just kept pounding. If it's not broke, and they're not making you do something different, then I 100% would keep doing it.
And certainly all of Pike Road Nation knows about Anthony Rogers, number 21, the sophomore running back coming off a phenomenal freshman season, just had that long run. But what a luxury to have 2 other backs that he can share time with A.T. Thornton, number 22, DJ Williams, number 23. Coach, Chris, these guys are fresh. They haven't even really gotten into the action yet. I see AT's out there on the field with Anthony as we come back out on the field to get this next drive started.
That's right. It looks like we might be in that. We're either going to be in the split back or that heavy set.
We're going to stay heavy.
We're going to stay heavy. I like it.
I do too. I think it's definitely the right call. We've got Rogers sitting there at a wing back. Caleb Foster under center. Rogers with a little step. It looks like he might be pulling up to pass the ball. We're going to AT. It was there.
Oh, man, it was there.
Good thought, good concept.
Hey, that's a great call. That's a great offensive call. It was wide open.
And now that Indian defense has to keep that in the back of their heads for the rest of tonight.
You're exactly right. That's going to keep those linebackers and safeties thinking, I can't quite come feeling that box like I want to, because they do have something they're going to put it over the top on us.
Great play call. Didn't quite execute it, but that's all right. We'll come back 2nd and 10 here. And it looks like we're going to stay in this bunch formation with Caleb Foster under center, basically coming out the exact same formation on 2nd down. We'll see if Rogers goes into motion. There he is with the step. We're going to come back to counter. And about a 3-yard gain.
Had folks calling for a face mask on that one. Didn't get a flag. We got 5:19 left in the quarter.
Yeah, he certainly went down to the turf at an awkward angle. It did not look like a normal tackle. So maybe a missed call there by the refs. But we're going to be sitting here now at 3rd and 7. We'll see if we go back to the spread or if we stay in the bunch. We're going to stay in the bunch on 3rd and 7. As we've seen, Chris, we can pass or run out of this formation.
That's right.
So we'll see what we do here on 3rd and long.
And it's not much for Rogers to find a crease and break it for 7 yards.
We're going to go back to the play. Sure. They got the long run on last time. Looks like he might.
That kid, I'll tell you what. He just carried about 4 players with him.
Anthony Rogers with a 10-yard gain, good enough for another Patriot first down.
Chris, that's a great point. They had him 2 yards shy of the first down, and the young man just kept his legs moving and moved the pile 4 yards past the marker for a Patriot first down. And our first down in the first quarter is sponsored by Guntharp Financial. Grateful for their support of the Pike Road Patriots. So here we are about midfield. Looks like we're at the 48-yard line, and we're going to stay in this bunch formation.
I tell you, those kind of runs right there are the ones that rip your defense's heart out.
Oh, yeah, they thought they were about to get off the field. Yep.
Yes, you thought you had him, and he carries 4 of you for a first. I love it.
Got a flag on the play. Let's see,
going back
false
5.
start on the offense. So we'll be backing it up 1st and 15. Looks like some of the bigger guys are coming off the field. We might be going back into the spread now with a 1st and 15. Got to pick up that extra 5 yards. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to have Foster and shotgun. We've got Tormey out wide. Along with him, number 15, Jordan King. And the 2 backs, 1 to each side for Foster as he's in the shotgun. Waiting to snap. He's going to give the quick handoff.
There we
number
go.
22 right
there
up
we
the
go.
middle.
Let's go. Great cut.
A.T. Thornton with a great run. Coming off a great game last week. It's good to see A.T. getting into the action.
I like it. Big Brendan Aronson, number 55 up there, handling his business on their biggest defensive lineman, too. Like to see that. Got to do it up front to have plays break. That's for sure. I love it.
Looks like the bigs just came back out on the field. So I think we might be going back into this bunch set after that long pickup. We are. Caleb Foster is going to be coming back up under center.
All right, we just don't need negative plays. We got them reeling right now.
Rogers, A.T. Thornton's
on
in
the
motion.
run.
Yep.
Very nice. Take 5 yards, maybe 6.
They really are interchangeable backs. Just put them in there, run the same play, same result.
That's it. That's a great sign. That means we're getting our assignments up front pretty consistent, coming off the ball and reestablishing that line of scrimmage if we're getting 5 a pop.
A.T. comes off after those 2 pickups. Number 21, Anthony Rogers, back in the game. He's going to go right back to that wing position. They've been putting that guy in motion about a second before the ball snapped each play. Let's see if they continue that. Now we're going to bring it from the other side. Pitch. We're going to come right back up the middle.
Nice cut.
Great pickup. Absolutely.
First down. Love it. And again, this is the type of stuff that's going to keep that defensive coordinator and that defense just reeling, because right now they're going, everybody's in the box, and we have everybody in the box, and we're not stopping it.
DJ with a great run there. And, wow, again, just you keep coming back to it, to have 3 backs that are all capable of carrying the ball. You know you're going to have someone carrying the ball with fresh legs. So we've got Rogers and we've got Williams out there right now. Caleb Foster under center. He's going to put Rogers in motion. A quick pitch. He's coming right back up the middle. And
love it.
He's staying on his feet. He does not go down on first contact, Chris. I love that about that young man.
There's a very, very rare occasion that you will ever see him go backwards once he's getting tackled. He is going to get you an extra yard or 2. You're exactly right.
It's what we talked about, Chris. Until they can stop it, just keep going back to the same play.
Keep hammering. And then eventually, again, we're going to go to a pass. And we could slip Tormey out there just like we did in that Hillcrest game for that great catch he had in the end zone.
Yep.
You know, they won't be ready for that.
And Tormey's he's lined up on the end of the line of scrimmage, so he could certainly do that. We're going to put 22 in motion. AT carrying it again. This time they're going to get him right about the line of scrimmage, but AT keeps his legs moving. He may have gotten
Oh,
enough
that's a
to pick up
flag.
the
There we
first
go.
down.
Good job. That's the way to keep your composure, Hussey. Good job. They pushed Hussey right in the face mask, and he just walked away. That was a great job.
Adrian Thornton, there is a flag on the play.
It takes composure to do that in the heat of battle, so good job by that young man for not losing his composure. We'll see what the call here is on the field.
Yeah, and it's easy to kind of jump on kids when you see them make an emotional mistake, but you know you're out there giving it everything you got, and it's a battle every single play, and you're fighting for every yard, and you know the adrenaline's high, and you know it's easy to lose composure, but you know he did a good job of hanging in there. I was very proud of him for that.
So that's going to be a personal foul penalty on the Wetumpka Indians. That's going to move us up 15 yards with an automatic first down. It's going to give us great field position. Trying to put the second touchdown on the board tonight. Again, first down brought to you by Guntharp Financial. Grateful for their support of the Pike Road Patriot football. So here we go, Chris. We've got first and goal.
You know what else that kind of shows me is they're getting frustrated with this offense, and they're not stopping it. And that was a little bit of frustration showing up too.
It was.
We're going to hit him right up the middle again.
He's coming right up the middle. Continue to turn those
Look at
legs.
that
Did he get in the
drive.
end
Are you
zone?
serious?
Did he get in the end zone?
Yes. Are you kidding
I
me?
think he did. Absolutely. Touchdown, Patriots.
Let's go, Patriots. Let's go.
Chris, they had him at the 5-yard line. And the young man kept his legs moving to put the second touchdown on the board for the night for the Patriots. That touchdown is brought to you by Von Forest Church, and Anthony scored so quickly, I didn't even get a chance to give the Pike Road Patriot Fund a thank you for their sponsorship for getting us into the red zone.
They did it. Got him there. Hey, I love it. I love it.
That's awesome.
That's a grind on them too. You know, the defense has got to start getting tired when you run that many plays at them. And we get, like you, to your point, we've got 3 running backs that we can give it to that are all going to go out there and get yards.
Extra kick is up and good. Extra point is good. Yeah, you're physically wearing them down, but it's also got to be demoralizing for that defense.
Yes. And I'd imagine the defense coordinator over there is getting in their ear, and you know he's probably getting a little frustrated at this point too. If we got one more drive, that we do that again, then you know there's only so many things you can do when you have 11 guys in the box, but you can't stop it. And then whenever you start gambling with your safeties and your linebackers, and that's when you know our Coach Rigby's going to see it, and we pop that pass again. So I love it. Love it. Gave up one big play and then came back, stopped him, and got 2 very nice drives on offense. Great job, Patriots.
8 plays, 65 yards, took 4.5 minutes off the clock. Our score with 1:07 to go in the first quarter is the Patriots 14, the Indians 7, and we're going to be kicking it back off to the Indians. We've got number 11, number 88 back for the Indians to receive the kickoff, and hopefully we can pin them in, keep them from getting the ball out past the 20, set our defense up well for this next drive from Wetumpka. So here we go. Brendan Tormey giving his teammates a signal, and the kick is off. Number 11 is going to receive it about the 10-yard line. He's going to stick to the far sideline, and we're going to take him down right at about the 16-yard line. There is a flag on the field.
Number 11, Jamarian Thrasher receives the 20.
See what that call is.
Usually
on a return, that's a holding penalty, but we'll see what happened here.
Sounds like Trey Cavers on the tackle.
Yep. We got a holding on the return, so that's going to back the Indians up.
I like it. I like it. Looks like we got Malik Blockton, Jayla Jarrett, and Shamar Powell out there at the defensive line. That's a really good starting unit. We got 57.8 seconds left in the first quarter. Pike Road 14 and Wetumpka 7.
Jalen Jarrett back out on the field to start this drive for the defense. Good to see. Looks like we said earlier he's going to be in the rotation tonight. So Rogers leads the Indians back on the field. He's in the shotgun spread, 2-back set to his right. He's going to keep it back to the left. This is the play he took to the house earlier, and our defense stays at home.
Jalen Jarrett.
Jalen makes a big difference when he's on the field, Chris.
He's a playmaker. I coached him when he was in middle school also. And he's a defensive lineman right now, but he was my starting quarterback and safety. So, I mean, he is a phenomenal athlete.
Wow.
He is a difference maker when he's healthy, that's for sure.
That is awesome. We got trips set to the near side of the field with Rogers in the shotgun. He's going to look there, going to be a quick screen coming back to the middle.
Nice.
Overthrew it. Our defense had that defended well, so even if he had thrown it on point, I think we'd have had a good stop there. But nevertheless, it is an incomplete pass, which brings up 3rd and long for them.
That was a great job by Trey Capers playing that aggressively. Yeah, the one thing to watch when you play it that aggressive as an offensive play caller, if you see a cornerback come up that fast, then they'll pump that screen and then let that receiver release. So hopefully they didn't notice that. I'm not going to call it, but
well, they're coming back to the same set, Chris, so we'll see.
That was a really good play by Trey.
So it is certainly a passing situation here. Rogers in shotgun. He's going to look to he's scrambling out to his right. Good pressure. And incomplete pass.
Nice.
Number 25, Stephon Andrews. We're going to call that young man's name quite a bit tonight. Again, pressure on the quarterback, forcing the incomplete pass.
Yeah, we had a few guys back there. I think he got to him. And we had great coverage in the backside, too. So, he's rolling out, trying to get there, and we've got guys, up breathing down his neck, and we've got somebody on everybody out there. That's a great job by the defense. It's a huge play. You always love to see him punting out of their end zone.
That's a great call, Chris. Anytime the other team is punting from the end zone, good things usually happen. So we've got DJ Tolliver sitting at the midfield about the 50-yard line, actually creeping up a little closer than that. We'll see if we go for the block and we set up the return. It looks like we're bringing some heat, and they don't quite get there.
No way.
Wow.
Come on.
DJ catches the punt about the 45-yard line. He's going to bring it back to the near side of the field and be forced out of bounds right about the 35-yard line. Pretty questionable call there from the ref in the end zone. These refs do the best job they can, Chris. They're out here serving these young men, but that did not look like a roughing the punter from my vantage point.
No, he had already gotten the punt off, it looked like, and then we checked up, and the guy just looked like he was trying to just hold the punter up, but, he threw the flag, so we'll see what it comes out.
Yeah, all three Patriots pulled up. None of them dove at the punter.
That's right.
Maybe they'll wave the flag, but it certainly did not look like a roughing the punter, especially when you see all three young men pull up simultaneously at the same time. But nevertheless,
well, that's what they call them. And you're going to call punt block down there versus punt returns. You've got them backed up. If you get your hand on it, I don't have a problem with the call, being aggressive to go get the punt. But
well, the unfortunate part for the Patriots is that's going to bring our defense back out on the field, and I apologize for that. It is not going to bring our defense back on the field, because I was about to say that would be super unfortunate. We are actually back on offense, and Caleb Foster is back in the spread offense. 2 wide receivers to the far side of the field, 2-back set, and he's going to give it to the dive. Looked like a face mask there. Yep, we're getting that call.
Flag.
I believe that was Rogers on the carry.
Yep.
We'll see if that's of the 5-yard penalty.
The penalty is a face mask against Wetumpka.
Nice.
Chris, one of the things I like about these two offenses, whether we're in the bunch formation or the spread, both formations still give us the option of getting Rogers the ball right up the middle, and he does good things when he gets on the other side of the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I mean, he's a special back in a lot of different ways. His vision and seeing which hole is there is exceptional, and then what he can do once he hits the hole is also exceptional. I mean, if you saw that run against Maris for 16 yards last week, he went through the hole, linebacker was sitting there, spun on the linebacker, made 7 other kids miss. It's just, he's a joy to watch play this game, I know that.
So this will be the last play of the first quarter. That's a live ball. Foster's going to jump back on it. Looks like he went for the pitch there with number 15, Jordan King, coming around. And
yeah, I mean, that's the thing. We got to avoid the negative plays and mistakes like that, because that could have been, really bad right there. Fortunately, he had the ability to get back on the ball. That was huge.
Well, Not the best play to end the first quarter, but certainly a great first quarter for the Pike Road Patriots as we sit on top now 14-7. And Chris, we've talked about it a few times already in the first quarter, but I think the thing that's impressed me the most so far is just this offensive set that the Wetumpka Indians have not yet been able to show that they can stop.
That's right. I think we're about to go back to it. I think it was a second and 17, 18, somewhere around there. We were 3rd and 17 and stayed in this heavy set and still got the first down. So we're easily 2 plays away from a first down in this set, I feel.
So our second quarter tonight is brought to you by Legacy Advisors. Legacy Advisors, Inc. was founded with the goal of assisting its clients in every aspect of their financial lives. They provide the most personal service available and strive to help create financial stability and security for each client. They'll be here in Pike Road off Chantilly in just the next few weeks. So learn more about Drew and the team at LegacyAdvisorsOnline.com. That's LegacyAdvisorsOnline.com.
Speaking of Anthony Rogers, so far in the first quarter, he's got 8 carries for 95 yards. So he's 5 yards away from 100 yards rushing in the first quarter.
Chris, I believe the word for that is production.
I would say that's very efficient production.
Wow.
We're very pleased to announce that the local Waffle House will stay open until midnight tonight.
Well, the Pike Road community just got a little fired up with that announcement, Chris, and it has nothing to do with the Patriots. The Pike Road Waffle House is staying open late tonight. The community of Pike Road is fired up to hear that. Caleb Foster's under center. He's going to fake the pitch, come back with a counter to number 2.
Very nice.
And a nice pickup there.
Yeah, that's nice. They've been watching Anthony get the ball on that same play over and over and over, and then make that same motion and give it back to the other wing coming underneath and pull on a guard. That's a good play.
Number 2, Tremarcus Webb with the carry.
Yep.
Normally on the defensive side of the field, getting some carries at running back tonight.
That's
I like
right.
that.
He's an explosive player, so it's good to see him get the ball. He scored the first touchdown against Hillcrest on that exact same counter play out of that set.
Very versatile young man. We're going to come out now. 3rd and 13. We're going to go to the spread offense. Spread set with Rogers right beside Caleb Foster. He's going to put his wide out in motion. He's going to fake the speed sweep, drop back, and looking downfield, Brendan Tormey is wide open in the middle of the field for the Patriots touchdown.
Here we go. Let's go.
What a well-designed play, Chris. Fake the speed sweep. Brendan released right in the middle of the field. There was nobody around him. Touchdown, Patriots.
I love it. Hey, that's what happens when you start pounding them in the face and driving the ball. They get anxious, want to get in that box, and you hit them over the top. Great call.
You told us to look for that in the first quarter, Chris, and there it was. You just keep doing that over and over, and here we know, knowing we've got this weapon, this gigantic wide receiver
yes.
that a DB sees coming to their way. Now, there were no DBs that saw him coming their way on that play because he was wide open. But what a fantastic play design and well executed because, Chris, you still got to catch the ball. And the young man did a great job doing that. And he's going to kick the extra point. How many wide receivers do you see that can do that? Score the touchdown and kick the extra point. What a gifted football player.
Yes. That's he's one of those guys that I think's been under the radar for the next level also. He's played in, some smaller football, and he's a Pike Road resident and decided to come to Pike Road this year, and he's done a great job kind of getting adjusted, and I think he's another one of those players that's going to keep getting more comfortable as the season goes on with seeing this type of competition. And we talk about playing 2 tough opponents up front. That's the type of kid that is really benefiting from those games right now because it's starting to slow down for him. He's getting more comfortable, and he's going to be making more plays as the season goes on. I love it.
Absolutely. That touchdown is brought to you by Vaughn Forest Church. And the score with 11:03 to go in the second quarter is the Pike Road Patriots 21, Wetumpka Indians number 7. So we'll see what these Wetumpka Indians do. Chris, they've already come back twice this year. This is nothing new for them. They're not going to roll over. These young men are going to come back. They've been in this situation before, and I have no doubt that they're going to come back and continue to fight because that's what they've done so far this season, coming in here tonight with a 2-0 record.
You're exactly. Baker last week had them 21-7, the same score.
Same score.
In the third or fourth quarter, and they came back and won it in the end. So we still got a lot of football to play. And, what I like is we're getting at them pretty good right now.
Number 11 from the Indians got the ball at about the 5-yard line with a nice return, brings it out to about the 33, 34-yard line. Going to give the Indians good field position to start their next offensive drive.
On the 6-yard line.
I tell you what else is nice about Torman kicking is it's nice to have a kicker that can also make a tackle if it does break.
That's exactly right, and he's done that already.
Yep.
He's done that a couple times this evening. So we'll come back out on defense. It's good to see. We keep coming back to it, Pike Road Nation, but Jalen Jarrett getting hurt. Chris, it was early on in the first game of the year.
Yeah, he literally got hurt the first play of Hillcrest.
First play.
So we haven't had him.
So it's good to see him back out there.
And I would venture to say he's still not 100%, but he's playing well.
He is. So Rogers in the shotgun. He's going to put number 11 in motion. He's going to look maybe for that. No,
there you go,
he's going to hand it to the back right up the middle.
That was Malik blocked in, and Max Seaman and Jalen Jarrett on the tackle right there. It's a way to collapse that hole.
1 yard gain. Tackle on the play by number 9, Malik Blockton.
Looked like he might have had that wide out in a wheel route, so the coaches may come back to that later for Wetumpka, but he gave it right up the middle. Our guys did a great job. That's just tough now football. You're making a play on the defensive line. Rogers is going to roll out to his right. He's looking deep down the field. He's going to actually pull the ball up now and keep it, and we'll see if Max Seaman over there, number 33, forces him out of bounds.
Oh, come on.
I'm not sure what the penalty could have been. It looked like Mac was still in bounds when he made a great defensive play to get him out of bounds, just short of the first down marker.
That's a tough call when the running backs, trying to tight walk, pick up more yards on the sidelines there. And then, as a defensive player, you can't just let him run. So, I don't know.
It is the far side of the field. We can't see the young man's feet. He may have already stepped out of bounds. These refs are doing the best they can to keep these young men safe. You can't fault Mac. He's going full speed, like you said. You can't pull up there at the last minute. Looked like a good football play from here. But, hey, we'll see what our defense is going to do. Call didn't go their way. They're going to have to bounce back. This may be the momentum the Indians have been looking for. It's going to give them good field position, but it is still 40-yard line. So they still got to go 40 yards to score. We'll see what our defense does.
And it looks like their offense coordinator is realizing that we're getting some pressure on that quarterback, so he's having them run sprint outs and roll outs and trying to get him out of that pocket.
Yep, that's right. And here he comes rolling out again.
Nice
our guys
play.
He was trying to make a pitch, Chris, is what I think, and our guys just wouldn't let him. Here comes another flag. Came in late. Not really sure what have happened there. Maybe a little extracurricular activity downfield.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened there. I know that was a great play by Malik, blocked it, and smart power right there to close him up and get him down for a no gain. Hope that's not against us because that was a really good defensive play.
We're waiting on the call. Yep. After the play, personal foul, face mask on the Patriots.
It had to be back on the back end somewhere. I'm not sure what happened there.
I believe a wide receiver got tangled up with one of our DBs, and it looked like right after the play ended, somebody got it. It's one of those things, Chris, I think where probably both guys were engaged a little bit there. But, hey, that's 2 back-to-back personal fouls, giving the Indians 30 yards. Good time to kind of call the young men to the sideline, remind them, look at the scoreboard. Don't need to do anything to help out the opponent. But
exactly
it's football is an emotional game, Chris.
That's right.
You're in the heat of battle. Sometimes these things are going to happen.
Like you said, that's a great time for a timeout. Get them back over. Hey, guys, settle down. We can stop them. You proved you stopped them. Don't give them anything else. We're gifting them yards, and we can't do that. Calm down. Just play sound football, and we're going to come out of here and stop them. So great job by Rigby on calling that one and getting them over there.
So that where we are now is the Indians are at the 28-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10. We've got 10:03 to go here in the second quarter, which again is brought to you tonight by Legacy Advisors. You can find out more about Legacy Advisors at legacyadvisorsonline.com. That's legacyadvisorsonline.com. Looks like the ref is calling all the young men to the middle of the field, giving them a good reminder about what we just got done talking about, Chris, and that's good leadership on his part.
Yep,
both teams are out here trying to win. Nothing's been done that's dirty. It's just aggressive football players, but it's good to help remind these young men to keep their composure. So here we go. Back to action. Rogers in the shotgun. Single back. He's going to give him. He's going to try to get to the outside, and our defensive line once again does a fantastic job of staying at home. Looks like Malik again.
Yeah, that was a great job. Not sure who that outside linebacker was over there that kept containment, made him cut up to allow Malik to make that play following the play. So that was a great job by both of them.
It's a great call, Chris, because if that linebacker doesn't keep contained, Malik can't make the tackle. And if my son Jacob Bishop is listening right now, Jacob, we talk about that a lot.
You gotta
keep it contained so your teammate can get the tackle. Good job by that young man. So Rogers is looking to the sideline. And looks like we've got
They're sending the running back
he's
off.
sending number 5 off the field. Looks like there might be an equipment malfunction.
Yeah,
So safety first, going to get him out of the game, get 28 back in the game. Rogers is still in the shotgun, number 2. Looking to the sideline for the call. Got trips set to the near side of the field. They like to go to when they have trips, they've been going to the opposite side. He's going to come to this side of the field this time, rolling out. Looks like he's going to tuck it and keep it. He's got blockers in front of him and lowers his head and picks up a good gain there on that play. Nathan Rogers has already shown Chris tonight he's more than capable of tucking the ball and running.
Yeah, he's a good running back, playing quarterback also. And he showed right there. He's a thick, good-sized kid. He's 6 foot, 195, 200 pounds. So when he gets moving and motoring, he's a load.
He's not looking to take it out of bounds. He's going to pick up a couple of more yards.
Yeah, he's trying to get some yardage there and send a message. And they got some really good blocks out in space right there on some cornerbacks and some outside linebackers.
Everybody's on the far side of the field. Looks like a wheel route to number 5. He's got blockers in front of him, and we make a good play on the ball there. That's number 4, Marcus Jones. He's tracked him down from behind. Good play there by Jones.
Yeah, it's a good break on the ball.
With the tackle for Pike Road.
And Chris, on that, you got a Wheelwright with the tailback. He's got 4 wide receivers in front of him to block. That's a tough play to make a tackle on. Our guy did a good job of tracking it down.
Yeah, with that, the key was catching the ball and getting it out fast when he's out there behind those blockers, and, gives him a chance in space. It's a good play.
So our defense got to buckle down here. They're in the red zone. It's 2nd down. Looks like we're going to have a timeout on the field. So this will really be our first test from a short yardage perspective with our defense tonight, Chris. We'll have to see how they respond.
Yeah, and, good news, bad news. Well, we've done a good job really stopping their offense. We gifted them two penalties for 30 yards right there to give them some momentum on this drive.
Yeah, you hate that.
That's part of it.
It is part of it.
So we'll see how they come out. I'm sure they're going to come out and be trying to get some pressure. I'd be surprised if they don't get him out in space again on a rollout or sprint out. It seems to be been effective on that so far.
Yeah, they're not getting anything up the middle, and when they roll the quarterback out, I don't want to say he picked up the yardage there on a broken play because it was a good play, but that was not the intent nor the design of the play. He just made an athletic football play.
That's right. They made some really good blocks out there. Which typically our guys are pretty good at getting off the blocks out there in space and making a play. So hopefully that's what we're about to do.
So here we are. We've got 2nd and 4. Rogers in the shotgun, 1 back at each side. Trips on the near side of the field. He's going to give it to number 11. Who's going to take it to the – he may have got in there. Touchdown, Indians. Took it to the short side of the field, away from the trip set, and he was able to sneak it in right on the pylon for the 2nd touchdown of the evening for the Wetumpka Indians, bringing the score Patriots 21, Wetumpka 13, pending the extra point. And Chris, they executed that play well.
Yeah, they did. We talked about this earlier. They seemed to like, put some receivers to the field side, and he sees something he likes attacking the boundary side right now.
It's interesting to me how the majority of the time tonight they have run away from either the trip set or so clearly there's a offensive philosophy or strategy there. We'll see if our defense responds. And Chris, that's a lot of what defense is. You see what the other team's doing, you make adjustments throughout the game and try to stop it, just like they haven't stopped what we've been doing. That was really their first sustained drive of the evening, but we aided it with 30 yards and penalties.
Yeah. I mean, when you give them 30 yards, you're taking away, your advantage on defense for sure. And the probability of them getting some points when you give up almost half the field, it certainly goes up. And, they took advantage of it. That's what teams are going to do, and that's what they're supposed to do.
Well, as the great philosopher Rafiki from The Lion King once said, it's in the past. So there's nothing we can do about that right now. These young men got to stay positive, keep their heads up. They still got the lead, 21-14 with 8:15 to go in the 2nd quarter. Again, tonight's 2nd quarter is sponsored by Legacy Advisors. You can learn more about them at legacyadvisorsonline.com. We've got 3 guys back deep to receive this kickoff, so hopefully we'll have an opportunity to do that. The kicker's done a good job so far of launching it into the end zone, so maybe we'll get a shot here to return this. So number 85 is going to kick it, and he's going to get in the end zone again.
And the Logan Whithall kick goes into the end zone with
All right, so we
results
got
in a touchdown.
8:15 left in the second
It'll be
quarter.
Pike Road football, 1st and 10 from the 20.
Be interested to see which set we come out in.
Yeah, it will be. And this is a physical football team. I mean, there's definitely a lot of playing through the whistle going on tonight, Chris, even just then on that last kickoff. So these young men are going to have to continue to keep their composure and not react or respond.
Yeah, they're going to have to be preaching that all night. I think, it's a physical game. I think both teams understand this is the first region game. There's a lot on the line, for setting the stage for the rest of the season to come out and get a win tonight and send a message to the rest of the region.
That's right. We're back out in the bunch formation with Caleb Foster under center, the 2 wing backs. Let's put one in motion. He's going to give the quick pitch. I believe that was Rogers on the carry.
Rogers on the carry. It's that same play. He's coming in motion. They're pulling the tackle. Or pulling the guard. He's following him up the middle and finding the crease and then keeping his legs running and get 9 yards out of it.
Take 9 yards on a first down play every time.
Yes. And again, their defense has been multiple on film with the 3-3 stack, a 3-4, and then where they bring everybody up, it looks like a pump block type of defense, and I think it's keeping them uncomfortable and it's not what they want to do.
That's exactly right. Looks like we got enough there for the first down. Basically ran the exact same play again. And, Chris, you make a great point. When a team is used to having 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, all of a sudden you're bringing more guys up the line of scrimmage. This is not something they're used to doing.
No, which is great. And the other thing you like to see is, this is physical football. And everybody said, well, you're going from 5A to 6A, it's different. It's much more physical, and I like to see that, we're controlling the line of scrimmage right now with this set.
Absolutely. There's another pitch. Rogers come right back up the middle.
Oh, he almost broke that,
Number 4
too.
just made a touchdown-saving tackle at the 38-yard line. Because if he breaks that, he's gone.
Yes, he did.
But, hey, 6 yards.
6 yards. I'll watch this all night.
Chris, the other thing that's great about this offense is just wearing that clock out. I mean, our last drive was 4.5 minutes, and here we go. Just continuing to watch the clock roll down. We're at 6:47 to go in the second quarter. Again, Pike Road up 21-14, and we're going to stay in that bunch formation. 2nd and 4. We got AT with the ball going around the site. Oh, he's got the first down.
Very nice. Very nice. And it's still chippy. Everybody just needs to stay calm and keep playing.
Thornton around left side to the 48-yard line.
Yeah.
Good enough for another Patriot first down.
You make plays from the snap to the whistle and then let it go after that and line up and do it again.
Because the defense is getting frustrated.
Yes, they're getting very frustrated. They're going to get chippy. They've already shown that. So
our guys have got to keep their composure and not give him anything free. We come back to AT. He's going to bring it back to others. That's
DJ Williams.
DJ.
Another good run.
Another good run. Again, this is 7-8 yards to carry, Chris.
Number 23, DJ Williams with the run up the middle. Tackled on the play after a 7-yard gain by number 1, Justin Frumball.
7-yard gain. We'll take it all the time.
Stephon Andrews looks like he's entering the game on offense.
Yep, looks like he's coming in from elite. They're going to rotate, our bigger bodies in with this package. Offense and defensive guys are involved in this set. So
we got timeout on the field with 5:49 to go in the second quarter. Again, the Patriots up 21-14 on the Wetumpka Indians. And let's talk about the chippiness there. If you played football at the highest level, so when a defense is getting frustrated, defense is a lot about emotion. It's a lot about staying fired up. Tell our audience, as an offensive player, when you say they got to keep their calm, they got to keep their composure, the defense is trying to get into those guys' skin.
Yes, I mean, if they can get them frustrated and with a little extra push at the end of the play, it's always the second guy usually that gets in trouble. So if you're defensively and somebody's blocking you, your emotions run high and you push them. If the offensive guy responds, then typically the flag is going to be on the offensive guy if that's the way that the scenario goes. But again,
And Wetumpka has not done anything dirty.
No,
These young men are playing great football. They're aggressive and they're physical. So nothing dirty, nothing cheap. But again, when you're playing aggressive and you get a little frustrated, our guys are going to have to keep their composure because they have not yet shown Wetumpka that they can stop this formation, which is why we continue to come out in it. So it's 2nd and 3, and we put our back in motion. We're going to fake the pitch to him come back with a counter. Got a back in front of him. Nice cut back.
Webb Nice
Wow.
run. First
Took
run.
the first hit and kept going. That's a fantastic run.
Good job. With a big run around left side. Good enough for another.
Yeah, it's here for me.
Patriot first down.
This hasn't been a dirty game. It's just been a very physical game. Emotions run high. We just had 2 penalties that gave them 30
Right.
yards. So.
That's right. Guntharp Financial sponsors that last first down. And, Chris, I like out of that formation, you can keep running the same play and then all of a sudden fake the pitch, come back with the counter, and pick up all of his yards. So you may look at the formation and go, it's pretty simple. You can actually do quite a few things out of this formation. So here we go with the pitch, back up the middle for Rogers, gets behind his lineman, picks up another 7-8 yards.
Very nice.
21, Anthony Rogers with a
And
run up the middle, tackled on the play.
As much as you hate to play against it, because it's kind of the similar philosophy as what Marist was doing last week, but until someone shows you that they can stop it, then you have no reason to stop running it.
Absolutely.
And I like it. Grind the clock down into halftime, go punch it in right here, be up 28-14 going into half, and getting the ball next half. We just need to execute right here.
So Rogers back under center, staying in that bunch formation. He's going to pitch it to number 22, A.T. Thornton. Again, another positive pickup. Close to the first down. Not sure he quite got there. I think he's going to bring up a 3rd and 1.
Number 22, Adrian Thornton.
Yep. I like it. We're rotating guys in to keep them fresh up front.
And I haven't seen their defense rotating a lot of guys in, so that's certainly going to help with us. And this is the big play. 3rd and 1 for the Patriots. We're going to stay in that formation.
Here's see if we stay with that, quarterback keep right here just to get the first and keep it moving. Right, we're going to give it to Rogers.
Pitch it.
Rogers
is
going.
on.
Let's
That's
go.
Right. Broke the tackle, the line of scrimmage. Take it to the house. Touchdown for the Patriots.
Touchdown.
I love it. Love it.
Number 21, Anthony Rogers, with a 26-yard run up the middle for his 2nd rushing touchdown.
And Chris, Anthony Rogers, it may look like you have him down and you don't have him down. And Chris, I saw something there at the end of the play that I want to point out. Great leadership by number 11, Caleb Foster, our quarterback. I mean, he's a great field general. He's running the team. But one of the guys after the play, he tried to start something with our guys. Caleb just went up, lovingly said, let's go celebrate in the end zone. Good job there by Caleb Foster.
Yeah, great job, Caleb.
Brendan Tormey on for the extra point to stretch it to a 14-point lead, and it looks like they jumped off sides. We'll see if we stay with the extra point or if we take advantage and maybe go for 2. Coach Rigby is discussing options with the ref. He might be discussing what I just pointed out, Chris. You may have seen the same thing.
Yep.
Again, great leadership by Caleb Foster. Offside on the Indians. Yep,
Yeah,
they're bringing out the big boys. Bringing out the G-line big boys. Different offensive set. We're going to go for 2.
And go for 2 if they're going to give us, half the distance to the goal.
Take advantage of it.
They haven't really shown that they can stop us for 3 yards.
Right.
So, let's be aggressive and go after it.
I like the call.
Anthony Rogers might have just had a little breather right there too. Be fresh. I wouldn't be afraid to give it to him right now.
You still have the option of releasing Tormey to the corner of the end zone. We've already seen what he can do in a 2-point conversion back in week 1. So lots of options here. With only a couple yards to go, Foster is under center. He's going to put him in motion. Just going to run the same play again. Let's see if he got in. There's a penalty on the play. Penalty on the play. He did not get into the end zone. Let's see what the call is here on the field.
Before we get the call, Rogers has 12 carries for 140 yards so far in the game.
That's fantastic production. Looks like that's going to be on the Patriots. That's a chop block on the offense. Penalties declined. The result of the play is the 2-point conversion failed, but 3:38 to go in the second quarter. The Patriots are up 27-14. And Chris, we need a stand from our defense here so we can possibly get the ball back for one last drive before halftime.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Against Pike Road, and the penalty was declined. So with 3:38 left in the first half, your score
I didn't see it, but you hate to not get a 2-point conversion off a chop block.
And that last touchdown is brought to you by Vaughn Forest Church. You can learn more about Vaughn Forest Church at vaughnforest.com.
So here we go. It's going to start with making sure we cover the kickoff and getting them down and, keeping them having to travel the whole field. And unlike last time, we don't need to give them anything.
That's exactly right. Just play good, sound, solid defense. Don't do anything to give them help, and get into halftime with a lead. I wouldn't mind seeing us put a kickoff in the end zone either, Chris. So make them go as far as possible here.
Now that would be great. Yeah, we have kind of gotten used to that over the years. We've been fortunate to have really good kickers, really for the last 4 years. The majority of them could get in the end zone 90% of the time. So, but a good kick and good cover, and keep them down there on that side of the field. And as long as we don't give them anything on defense, we can stop them. So
here we go. Brendan Tormey is lining up. Again, 3:38 left on the clock before halftime. We'll see if we can pin them deep, get our defense back out on the field. Tormey with the kick.
Nice kick.
It's a good kick. Taking it about the 12-yard line. He's going to take it to the far side of the field. He's got a seam. We're going to bring him down about the 36, 37-yard line. That seam opened up there for a minute, Chris, but our guys they stayed home. Good discipline, stayed in their lanes, able to bring him down. So good field position for Wetumpka. They're going to come back out in that spread. We'll see if they start running trips, quad receivers like they've been running tonight. Again, see if we can keep Nathan Rogers from scrambling. Done a good job of that so far this evening, number 2 for the Indians. Stephon Andrews has been his friend in the backfield more times than he would probably like tonight, so we'll see if that continues.
I believe they're going to keep attacking that boundary.
Yep. He's going to roll near side. Looking way down the field. Looks like we're going to, well, he's going to reverse field now and go long.
Oh, no.
And number 11 is wide open. Catches it at about the 30-yard line, cuts across field. And, Chris, the best thing I can tell you about this play is it was holding on the offensive line.
Yes, we do have flags.
That play is going to come back. As the Wetumpka offensive line demonstrates their frustration upon realizing that. So what happened, Chris? Obviously the touchdown's coming back. We had him in the backfield. He's just an athletic quarterback.
Yeah, I mean he's definitely an elusive athlete back there, which is why hats off to the offensive coordinator. Having him roll out and run sprint outs, getting him out in space to where he's not confined in that box that we've been putting pressure on him. And he made great move, made 2 guys miss, and that's a long time for the defensive backs to be holding coverage back there. If you got 6 seconds, somebody's going to be open. And they snuck out on the back end and got out there, but it probably didn't hurt for him to make that play because somebody was holding also.
That's exactly why he was able to make the play. That's right. So scrambled one side, went to the reverse field. You don't have that much time unless somebody's doing something they're not supposed to. The ref saw it, so we back them up now. And it's going to be 1st and 25. There's a trip set on the far side of the field with Rogers and shotgun. We'll see if he brings it back to the near side. He's going to roll to those guys. Looking downfield, looks like he's got some open receivers. Nice play on the ball there.
Good play, Cody Markham on the coverage.
Cody Markham, I couldn't tell from this angle if he got a hand on the ball, but he certainly disrupted the route for the receiver there.
Cody Markham, incomplete pass, results in no gain.
And Chris, they continue to roll that quarterback out. I think that they've seen what we've seen. Keeping him in the middle is not going to really accomplish much.
Yeah, they're not. They don't have the time to keep him in there. Our defense is getting through there and applying pressure up front. So hats off to those guys. Now we just got to make sure nothing gets behind us right now.
He comes to the near side of the field with a single wide out. Our DB does a good job staying at home. Good sound defense. Didn't try to make the pick and get burnt. Stayed at home. Short pickup. Sets up a long 3rd down for these guys.
Yep. Good play by Trey Cavers, and then Max Seaman coming to clean it up with them too.
5-yard gain, 3rd and 21 for Wetumpka.
Yeah, that one they've
3rd and 21.
I believe that's their 6'4" receiver, number 12 down here. So wanted to see kind of what that matchup would be down here.
So they have come out in the same formation every play so far on this drive, shown us some different looks from both formation. I've got to imagine they're going to be looking for one of these 3 receivers on the far side of the field with a 3rd and long. And he's looking to that side of the field. Pressure up the middle. He's going to throw it, and we're going to make a good sound tackle right there in the middle of the field.
Defense.
Great job on all levels of the defense.
Absolutely. Was that Jamarcus Webb on the coverage and the tackle? That's a good job by the quarterback. I mean, we were on him pretty quick just to kind of backpedal and be able to get the ball out of there.
And what did he do, Chris? He stayed home. He didn't roll out, and when he didn't roll out, he didn't have time.
Had no time. You're exactly
No time.
right.
Our defensive line continues to do a great job, and Tremarcus did a fantastic job staying with him. Short pickup, sets up a 4th and long, and they're going to have to punt it back to us. We've got 1:49 on the clock. That's plenty of time to put one more score on the board before halftime.
Yes, and getting the ball in the second half, I wouldn't mind going in that heavy set and not taking any risk or, gamble anything.
That's a great call, Chris. We do get the ball coming out of halftime, so let's see what we can do, but we also want to make sure we keep this lead going into halftime. So good played first half. Both teams have shown the ability to break big plays. Both teams have shown the versatility of having athletic quarterbacks, playmakers. What did you say Rogers' stats are so far in this game?
He's got 14
carries.
Carries for
almost 200 yards,
yeah.
190 yards in the first half. And we've got one more offensive possession. So, again, 12 carries, 140 yards.
Yes.
Well, the other two backs have also contributed really well tonight. So let's see what we can do here. We got DJ back to receive the punt, number 6, DJ Tolliver. Looks like we got a whistle on the play. We'll wait for the call on the field. Must have jumped off sides or either lined up off sides.
Lined up off, yeah.
Thankfully, it was 4th and long, so it's going to move the ball up 5 yards, but not enough for them to, I would imagine, change their strategy here. They're going to keep punting, and that is what they're going to do to come out in the punt. So get set on the defensive line. DJ is going to back it up about another 5 yards. Another whistle on the field. Let's see what the call here is. I don't know if it's a clock issue. Maybe trying to get something lined up there with the clock. Of course, the last time they lined up the punt, we had the questionable roughing the punter call, so I would imagine that we will give him some space this time when it comes to the punt. Don't want to test that again.
Yes. Yeah, I'd be good with just a punt return call right here. Let's block them up and give DJ a chance to, hey, maybe go get one on a punt.
Looks like we added 3 more seconds to the clock. Get that set. Looks like the ref is continuing to talk to, a few more seconds on the clock, back to 149.
We'll take him.
Get the clock right, that's right. DJ is set up about the 29-yard line to receive this punt. And we do set up the return. DJ is going to let it hit, go out of bounds, and give the Patriots a decent field position with 1:42 left on the clock.
Get the ball about the 27.
So, Chris, I'm really interested to see what Coach is going to do here. Is he going to come out in the spread and try to open it up, or is he going to stick with the bunch formation?
I mean, after what I've watched, personally, I'd probably stay in a bunch, but that's a great question to see what he's going to do. Because that bunch, you can punch one with it too.
It gives you the versatility to continue to get those long running plays, but you can also release the receivers from the end of the line of scrimmage, so you still have the passing option in the arsenal, so to speak. And we are going to stay in that bunch formation. Caleb Foster is going to get under center.
Yeah, and you can see the Wetumpka defense, they're putting in the biggest guys they got up front right now.
They are.
Just trying to take up space. But, that's what they've been trying
to do.
Here
comes Rogers. Oh, his spin move.
Look
Another spin move.
Are you kidding
Anthony
me?
Rogers has broken 2 tackles. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. He's got one man to meet. He cuts it back inside all the way down to the 12-yard line. What an incredible run by number 21, Anthony Rogers. Chris, there's 3 times I thought they had him down.
Yeah, I tell you, anytime he's got the ball, you got a chance.
Wow.
Anytime he has the ball, you got a chance. I mean,
it looked like a video game. I'm not much of a video game player. I have some friends who might actually be up here who are running camera with us tonight. But that looked like a video game spin move. Here we go. We're back in the action. That's the pitch to number 23, DJ.
Yeah, I don't know which buttons he pushed on the game, but I think they pushed all of them for that run right there.
And several times. I stopped counting at 2 spin moves. He might have had a third in that run. What an incredible run. And 1:05 on the clock. Plenty of time left.
I think we still got a timeout, too.
come right back to.
There you go. Get in there.
Good pickup. Good pickup by DJ Williams, number 23.
That's a 3rd and looks like about 3. And again,
Clock
that's
continues to run. 46 seconds. We're just going to come to the line of scrimmage. No huddle here. And I think you called it, Chris. I think we're going to see the same thing. And
Cut
we
it
do.
up. Cut it up.
Right up the middle.
Get there.
Got him a line of scrimmage. He's continuing to move his feet. We'll see where the mark is.
Yeah, I think that was probably a 2-down call.
Stop of the clock with 29 seconds to go. The Patriots take a timeout.
Pike Road calls a timeout with 29.8 seconds left here in the first.
Okay, looks like we've got a man down for the Indians.
Down.
We come out, medical staff, training staff will take a look at him. Chris, I didn't see where they spotted that last one.
I didn't catch that either.
It looks like on the far side of the field we're about a yard short from what I can see.
Yep.
So that's going to bring up a 4th and 1. I mean, Chris, I think you go back to the same play.
I mean, I'm giving it to 21 right now with the same play. I'm with you.
Yeah. I mean, they haven't demonstrated consistency to stop it. It's been working all night. But you can always release. You know, at what point do you keep setting that up, you release that wide receiver to the corner of the end zone. And, I mean, the defense that they're running now, the back end of the field is just wide open. Of course, once you get into the red zone, that does shrink that, which is a reminder that our red zone is brought to you tonight by the Pike Road Patriot Fund. Grateful for their support of the Pike Road Patriot football team. Unfortunately, this young man continues to stay down, being attended to by the medical staff and the trainers. And, Chris, they do such a good job.
Defensive lineman there, number 99.
Looks like he's favoring a shoulder. Both teams work so hard all week, practice so hard all week to get out here to play these games. You hate to see that. But he is walking off under his own strength, so hopefully maybe just a quick stinger and he'll be back in the game in the second half.
That's it. Good to see him walk off every time.
So here we go. The scoreboard says 3rd down. The marker on the field says 4th down, and it is 4th down. So we're going to go with on the field. So we got 4th down. We're going to stay in that bunch formation.
4th down and a yard.
Looks about a yard to go.
Could be a QB sneak or get it to Rogers.
He's going to fake it, come back with the counter to AT, 22. I don't know if he got enough for the first down.
You see the spot over there. He got close.
He's tackled on the play by number 1, Justin Crumball.
Number 1, Justin Crumball came in tonight's game. Fantastic middle linebacker. That's the first really open field tackle I've seen him make tonight. He's a fantastic football player. Our guys have done a really good job blocking him tonight, but to his credit, Chris, he stayed at home on that play and was able to read the counter and made a good tackle. And depending on the spot, we'll have to see if we were able to pick up the first down there.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to measure it. That was a big play. That was a big play. We needed to pick up that first and punch it in with 23 seconds left.
And Justin Crumball has great sideline-to-sideline speed. This offense has really neutralized that for him this evening, continuing to just go right up the middle. But he made a great play there. It might have been enough to force a turnover here with 23 seconds left in the game. We'll see how the spot goes.
Come on.
And it was enough of a stop there by the Indians. But Chris, I love the call. You've got to be aggressive there. We've been running that. We've been running the plays all night. They've been working all night. I think it's a good call. They made a good play to stop it. They've got the ball back now with 23 seconds. I can't imagine they're going to try to do anything too creative here, but we'll see. First time all night they've stopped it.
Yeah, that's the first time they stopped it for a yard. That's for sure. And again, you just don't want to give up a big play right here. I mean, that's the number 1 goal right here with 23 seconds left, getting the ball in the second half.
And that's a great reminder, Chris, knowing that we're going to come out with the ball in the second half. They hadn't stopped those plays all night. Again, I think it was a good approach. Sometimes the other team just makes a good play. These guys are great football players, too. It looks like they're coming out to play ball, Chris.
Yeah,
they don't care there's 23 seconds on the clock.
No,
they're going to run their wide-open spread offense. We might
get
him in the end zone. Get him down. Get him down.
Oh,
that's got to be a penalty. That's 2
go.
points. That's got to be 2 points. Absolutely.
Was that Shamar Powell back there on him?
So if there is not an eligible receiver near that pass and he's throwing it from the end zone, by rule, that's 2 points on the board for the Patriots. I believe that's the call on the field because, Chris, I didn't see anybody near where that ball was thrown.
No, there wasn't anybody near there. there was a guy way out by the sideline, but nowhere near where he was throwing the ball.
Get the call on the field. Yep, there, intentional grounding from the end zone. By rule, that's 2 points on the point for the Patriots. What a fantastic job by our defense.
Hats off to the defense.
Every single time the quarterback dropped straight back, our guys have been in his face. And another great play by our defense tonight. Fantastic, get 2 more points on the board. And get the ball back, Chris, with 17 seconds to go.
Yeah, and get the ball back. You know, it would have been a heartbreaker for us to punch that touchdown in, but that's a heartbreaker for them too, to give up, 2 points right there with 17 seconds left.
And look, both coaches are doing everything they can, Chris, to win this game. I love that about high school football. But I thought they were going to come out and take a knee, get it to halftime. I don't fault their aggressiveness, but when you do that, this is the risk you open yourself up to.
I'm with you. I might would have maybe went back to that quarterback counter and let him try to run and make a play. I'm glad they didn't.
Usually bad things happen if you're passing from your own end zone.
Yes.
Especially with less than 30 seconds to go in the half. But hey, our guys made a play, just like they made a play to stop us on 4th down. Our defense comes back and makes a big play, 2 points on the board, and we will now receive the ball with perhaps another opportunity to score again before halftime.
Absolutely, because they're backed up now. They're not going to be able to kick it in the end zone either, so we're going to get a return. So,
that turnover is sponsored by Southern Orthopedic Surgeons. You can find out more about them at their website. So, Chris, for everybody who's watching, explain a little bit the difference between what a kickoff is like after a safety as opposed to a traditional kickoff.
Well, they're going to be kicking it from the 20, which
is an advantage for us.
Which is a huge advantage for us because they've got a good kicker. He's been putting it in the end zone, so we haven't had a chance to return it. So now we've got Anthony Rogers, DJ Williams, and Shamarcus Webb. All 3 have the ability to return it.
And he's not going to kick it to them.
Smart call by the coach.
It looks like DJ Tolliver got it, though.
He can go.
He's hitting the sideline. DJ can move. Oh, it makes
very nice.
Out of bounds. Well, the kicker did a good job not kicking it deep, but unfortunately, from a Wetumpka perspective, the guy who got it is also very capable of returning kicks. He's our punt returner.
That's
and he did a fantastic job there, picking up a great gain, giving us great field position. What do you do here, Chris? 11 seconds left.
That's not a bad
25-yard line.
That's not a bad call for them. A squib kick to not let our returners get a chance. It just happened to squib straight to DJ Tolliver, who, like you said, is another good returner that we have back there.
Stephon Andrews coming out on the field.
Going for a field goal here.
Okay, we're going to line up for a field goal on 1st and 10 with 11 seconds to go. See if we can get 3 more points on the board here before halftime. And it's going to miss that. A little left.
A little left and short.
Okay, so Coach just says we're out of timeouts. We're probably not going to score on 1 play. Let's see if we can sneak 3 more points on the board. I like it.
Yeah.
Didn't work out, but hey, go for the points. I think if we have some timeouts there, we try to maximize those 11 seconds. But you're on the 25-yard line. You don't want a turnover right before halftime.
That's right.
Something fluke happens. They pick up the ball. They pick off a pass. It gives them momentum going into halftime. So give the young man a try from a kick he can make. And didn't get it this time, but good strategy from Coach there.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think if we have a timeout, it probably takes 1 play, 1 shot, calls a timeout, then kicks it. All right, but again here, no big plays. And they might just take a knee on it as well and take it to the locker room.
I imagine after what happened last time that's got to be the call here. Only 5 seconds left to go before halftime. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Take a knee, and that'll take us to the half.
Let's go.
Where your Pike Road Patriots are up 29-14 on the Wetumpka Indians. Chris, what a great first half of football.
Hey, that's great. It's great to see. Very competitive, very physical. Our kids are responding to everything. We'll take it. We'll take a 15-point lead at halftime and getting the ball now. Let's go Patriots.
Both teams are going to make adjustments at halftime. We'll see what they come out in the 3rd quarter ready to do. But it is halftime, and halftime is brought to you by Vickers & White, the law offices of Vickers & White. An arrest is a frightening experience. Following an uncomfortable time in jail in your formal arraignment, your future is suddenly less certain. Schedule a consultation with Richard White, who's normally here each week in this spot, or one of his partners. Their site is vickersandwhitelaw.com, vickersandwhitelaw.com. And Richard, we do miss you tonight. Grateful for everything you do for the Pike Road Patriots, not just here on Friday nights, but also every Saturday with the Pike Road Youth League, which I'm a part of. Richard does such a great job each week calling those games for the future Pike Road Patriots on Friday nights. Well, we're going to let you enjoy the Wetumpka High School Marching Band as they bring a halftime presentation, and then after that we'll be followed by our own Pike Road Band, Pike Road High School Marching Band. But for now, Wetumpka High School Marching Band.
We now present our halftime production, Night Drive. Selection for tonight includes Say Amen Saturday Night by Panic at the Disco, Counting Stars by One Republic, All Night Long by Lionel Richie, and In the Air Tonight by Bill Collins. Mr. Warnick is assisted by Associate Directors Diana Frazier, Zach Smith, and Davis Whitfield. The majorette instructor is Karen Peterson, and the color guard instructor is Brittany Smith. The drum major is Patricia Orsi. Drum major, is your band ready? And now, the pride of the tribe, marching band.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Superintendent Dr. Keith Langford and Administrators Andrea Matus, Janice Stockman, Jared Schrader, Kristen Orris, and Michael Berman, Pike Road Schools is proud to present the Pike Road Patriot Marching Band. That is under the direction of Patrick Gordon, the assistant band director of Mayoral. The drumline sponsor is John David Phillips. The vendor sponsor is President Scanlon. This year's platinum sponsors are Pike Road Counseling, Dawn Forest Church, and Wayne's Pest Control. The band is under the field direction of drum majors Bree Arnett and Caleb Citiak. This year's halftime show is Frontier. Tonight will feature music from the Magnificent Seven, The Devil Went Down to Georgia, the theme from Interstellar, and Jupiter from the Planets. At this time, please give a warm welcome to your Pike Road Patriot Marching Band. ladies and gentlemen, the Pike Road Patriots Marching Band.
So again, we're thankful for Vickers and White for sponsoring that halftime show. Both schools did a fantastic job. Hope you enjoyed that from home or from wherever you happen to be joining us tonight on Pike Road Live on YouTube. Again, Vickers and White, the law offices of Vickers and White. You can find out more about them at vickersandwhitelaw.com. I want to say thank you again to our game sponsors for tonight, Vaughn Forest Church, vaughnforest.com. I serve as the pastor there at Vaughn Forest Church. Again, my name is Adam Bishop, and we'd love to have you join us on a Sunday at 9:30 or 11 here locally or on vaughnforest.com. And let me just encourage you, if you don't have a church home, if it's not Vaughn Forest, we are blessed with a lot of churches here in Pike Road and the River region as well, whether it's Century Church. Patrick Quinn does a fantastic job, not only as a pastor, but as a team chaplain for our Pike Road Patriots. Grateful for him. St. James Church in Pike Road, Taylor Road Baptist Church. I could go on and on, but it's important to find your people. So if you haven't found your people, lots of great options here in our community. Also want to say thank you to Brantley Bank. They have a rich tradition of service and just celebrated their 1-year anniversary of their location right here in Pike Road in front of the new Publix, but they've been in Alabama since 1946. So whether it's personal banking, loans, or even services for your business, give the guys at Brantley Bank a look. You can visit them at brantleybank.com. And again, grateful for those sponsors. Well, as we get ready for the second half of play, both teams are entering back out on the field. It'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments both teams are going to be making as they come back out here. But a good first half of football. Both teams able to show their athleticism, whether it was quarterback for the Wetumpka Indians, Nathan Rogers, making several good scrambles, had the long touchdown run there in the first half. But really the first half kind of starts and finishes with Anthony Rogers, outstanding tailback, running back for the Pike Road Patriots. And if you're joining us for the first time tonight, maybe it's your first time being exposed to our Pike Road Patriots football team, defending 5A state champions Anthony Rogers as a true freshman last year. Had a phenomenal season, already one of the top recruited running backs in the nation as a sophomore, and he has certainly delivered on that tonight. But you can't run the ball unless you've got good protection from his offensive linemen. They've done a great job, and we've also got two other backs who have contributed well tonight, A.T. Thornton and D.J. Williams, being led by the field general, Caleb Foster, number 11. So come out here for halftime, and we're excited to see what teams are able to do. And Chris, I think you've got some stats there for us from the first half, speaking of Anthony Rogers.
Yeah, speaking of Rogers and that offensive line and the other running backs, Pike Road's offense in the first half has 275 rushing yards total, which is really impressive for half a game of football. Rogers has 13 carries for 181 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Oh my goodness, 13 carries for 181 yards in the first half.
Good things happen when you get a few blocks and give him the ball, that's for sure.
And Chris, I would venture to say that almost all of those yards have come out of that bunch formation. We've gone spread a few times, but for the most part, we've stayed in that formation, and they have yet to show that they could stop it.
Yeah, we stayed in that set. And,
they had the one stop there right before halftime, but on the whole, they haven't stopped it.
On the whole, they have not. So it'll be interesting to see, the coaches are going in, watching the film of the first half and seeing what adjustments, they need to make. And defensively, it'll be interesting to see because we've really been getting the majority of our yards, hammering them up the middle. It really hasn't been attacking the edges. It's been a little toss to the running back in motion, and then he's cutting it up behind the guard, and that's where they're really pounding them. So it'll be interesting to see if they pull some linebackers to the middle and see if they can kind of compensate for getting, hammered right up the gut in those A and B gaps. And if they do decide to do that, we should see it the first series if we jump out in there and see if Coach Rigby and Coach Loyal adjust and say, okay, well, now they're giving us the edge because they're trying to protect that middle. Now we can go through kind of the speed sweeps and the toss sweeps out of that set. So that's the fun part of, the coaching side of it and the strategy of it is seeing, what the other guy thinks is going to stop it and making your adjustments and, see who's going to make a play.
And don't forget, we've still got that weapon known as number 17, Brendan Thorman. We've already seen what can happen when we release him down the middle of the field.
That's exactly right. Because, really the only pass we've seen out of that set so far, it was what I would probably call more of a trick play. It was a toss sweep to Rogers, passing it to the other wing, which was AT that got out there, and it was open. We just didn't complete it. So we really haven't gone to, any other pass play out of that set yet either.
So we'll see if we come back to that. The third quarter is sponsored tonight by Houston Clinic. Houston is proud to serve the community by providing the most advanced orthopedic services available. 3 locations here in Montgomery are ready to serve you. Visit HoustonClinic.com for directions, telephone, hours, and more. That's HoustonClinic.com. And Chris, the lights have started. The light show has started, firing everybody up here for the second half of football.
You gotta love it. I know I've heard some complaints from visiting teams that didn't really appreciate it as much, but I love it personally. Anytime we see those lights going off, usually we're scoring, so it makes it feel even better. We talked a lot about our offense, but I want to say, also hats off to the defense. They gave up one big play for 70 yards, early that just broke, and since then, they really have done a really good job, and it's been a great team effort. That's what's neat. It hadn't just been one guy making a bunch of plays. It's everybody, doing their job and making plays. So, hats off to the defense and Coach Hudson on calling a good game so far.
Absolutely. Those guys have played great team defense, sound discipline, assignment football. Nobody trying to be the Friday night hero. Everybody doing their job. Good team defense, and that certainly has been reflected in the scoreboard. So here we go. Starting the second half. 29-14, Patriots with the lead as we receive the kickoff. Seeing if we get an opportunity to return that. Rogers is going to catch it at about the 1 yard line. He's getting the opportunity to return, and they did a fantastic job covering that kick, taking him down at about the 15 yard line. Number 33 making a fantastic open field tackle for the Wetumpka Indians. And go ahead and celebrate, young man. Not many people can say they made an open field tackle on Anthony Rogers.
No, that was really good coverage by him. And like you said, you don't see that very often.
No, you don't.
But
okay, well, we're going to have to go 85 yards here to get a touchdown to start the second half, but we'll see if we just stick with that offense, kind of chopping away 5-6 yards at a time, taking time off the clock, and that looks like exactly what we're going to stay in. So really now it's on Wetumpka to see what adjustments they've made at halftime to try to stop this.
Yep, looks like they've condensed some bigger guys in there and those A gaps, but we still got right through it.
Coach, there's not many guys this season who have taken on a direct tackle from number 1 Justin Crumball and shaken it to pick up a few more yards. Rogers isn't just a quick runner; he's a powerful runner too.
He's powerful, and it's deceptive because it isn't like he's 6'2", 220 pounds. He's 5'8" and 185, 190. He's thick, but you don't look at him and go, okay, well, he's just going to run through people, and he just consistently runs through tackles. It is impressive.
So he came off, I believe, for a quick breather. Our other 2 backs, Thornton and Williams, were in with Foster under center. There's a fumble on the ground. We jumped on it. Looks like DJ jumped on that. Couldn't tell if it was a center quarterback exchange or if he bobbled it on the attempt to turn and hand it off. But nevertheless, it is a fumble, and we jump on it. That's going to bring up a 3rd and long. 3 yard loss on the play. So Caleb came over to the sideline to get the play directly from Coach Rigby. He comes back out. We'll see what we've got in 3rd and long. And you don't want to get too crazy here, Chris. You got a 15-point lead, kind of backed up in your own territory.
Yeah.
So we're going to stay in that formation.
You don't need to do anything to give them any advantage right here. Even with the counter play, he's got the edge.
DJ's on in. Wasn't able to turn it upfield. Picked up some positive yards. Going to set up 4th and long. Our punt team's going to come out on the field. And you hate to see that fumble on the first drive. Kind of really got us off schedule, so to speak. But mentioned earlier that good first half the defense has played. So they're going to get their first shot here
Number 33,
come out.
Matt Seaman in punt formation for the
Yep,
Patriots.
need a good snap
With
and
number
punt.
11, Jamarian
You know,
Brown.
Mac, he hasn't been a punter, for us in the past, but he's done a great job these first 2 games of really outperforming what I was expecting from him. But, he's kind of like that as a football player, too. He's going to produce when you give him a chance.
Kind of squibs that one down about the midfield.
Yep.
It's going to be just shy of midfield by a yard. So Wetumpka's going to start with their first drive of the second half with excellent field position. We'll see if we can continue to play good, solid team defense. It's good to see Jalen Jarrett jogging back out onto the field. As we've mentioned a few times this evening, injured in the first play of the season. This is really the first game that we've been able to see him. He's had a great game so far. Also, Malik Blockton had some great tackles, number 9 there in the first half. These guys are back out in the field, and Wetumpka comes out with twins on the near side of the field, 2 backs. One's going to go into motion. Looks like he's going to hand it off to the running back right up the middle. And Chris, our defensive line shows up again.
Nothing doing in there. That's tough sledding. That was number 7, Jalen Jarrett, on the tackle.
I don't know if they're trying to set up a wheel route or a speed sweep, but they're continuing to try to get some positive yards up the middle, and our defensive line just won't have any of it.
No, they're not getting much up the middle right there. Like you said, the only thing that's really broke there is that one run by the quarterback in the first quarter.
So we've got 4 wide receivers to the near side of the field. We'll see if Rogers keeps it and goes to the far side of the field where there's less defenders, or if he looks, he's going to send 11 into motion, maybe for a speed sweep. He keeps it, goes right up the middle again, Chris, and our defensive line stops him again.
Love it. Looks like it was probably a read,
yeah.
So he was reading the end to see if he was going to give it or keep it himself, and he decided to keep it because it looked like Shamar got upfield to take away that option, but Shamar's a good enough player that he could almost play both. He'd get upfield and take that option away, but also is quick enough and athletic enough to come down and close that gap too whenever he does decide to keep it. So, and that's a play our defense has seen from our offense too.
So it sets up 3rd and long with trips to the near side. He's going to roll out. He's looking for one of those receivers down the field, and he's going to complete the pass right at about the first down marker. We're going to see where they spot it. I think they might have got it, Chris.
Yep.
Well, we've mentioned it all night. When he tries to drop back in the middle, it's not there. When he rolls out, it does give them some options.
It gives him some options. Buys him a little more time to get open downfield. And it looked like, I couldn't tell who it was, but they were, a couple inches away from batting that ball down, before it got to the receiver also.
So good completion there by Rogers. He sends number 11 into motion. He's going to hand it right back up the middle. And a short gain of 2 or 3 yards.
Hands off to Dillard.
And Chris, when he sends that guy into motion, is that holding linebackers? Is that giving a read? Like, what's the strategy there for continuing to send that guy in motion?
Well, I think it's doing a couple of things for the offensive coordinator. He's going to see, one, we'll let him know what kind of coverage we're in. If somebody's running with him, we're probably a man. If they're not, and they're just adjusting on the back end, it's probably some type of zone coverage. And if nobody runs with them, then they're getting an advantage from blocking. Good play. Good play.
So he rolled right again. Again, he's got 4 wide receivers on the same side of the field and overthrew the receiver, but our DB had good coverage on that.
Good coverage. Yeah, they had 4 to the right side of the field and had them all go out, and then send one guy on a dig route, which is about 10 yards deep, and then coming straight across the formation. Because we had all of our DBs on the other side, so they're trying to single that guy up, and the DB did a great job in coverage.
So here we go. It's 3rd and long, 3rd and 8, 7:50 to go in the 3rd quarter. Nathan Rogers in the shotgun. He's going to send 11 out of the backfield. He's going to roll right again, looking for options down the field. Gets popped as he hits it. I believe that was Stephon that got to him again.
Stephon, great job.
And good clean hit. Put him down right as he made the pass and forced incompletion. Stephon Andrews and him, they might become Facebook friends after the game tonight, Coach. He's been so close to him all night. I'm sure that Nathan Rogers is tired of seeing him in his backfield.
Yes, he's definitely in his face. I'll tell you that much.
Fantastic.
Man, that was a great close too. I mean, he closed some serious distance really quickly to
he
make
went
that
from the line of scrimmage to hitting the quarterback in about a half a second. It's a good call, Chris. We got DJ Tolliver back to receive the punt. He's standing on his own 10-yard line. Chris, do they tell high school football players to do the same thing as college and NFL? Plant your feet on that 10-yard line and don't back up, or is it a little bit more?
Yes,
Let's see what happens.
No, I'm sure that's what the instructions have been, especially after the Hillcrest game when we, gave up one that we didn't have to. The kid was just trying Jamarco's just trying to make a play, but you got to let it go, inside the 10.
So the punt goes into the end zone, and good stop from our defense for their first drive of the second half. Looks like the Wetumpka Indians are going to continue to try to pick up some positive yards up the middle. It's not there, and the quarterback is continuing to have to either roll to the left or the right. And Chris, when he does that, he's essentially removing half of the field.
Yes.
So that's a good thing that our defense is forcing that really from the other team. I'm not so sure that's what the coaching staff wants to do. Our defense is forcing them to do that.
Yes, I think from what I've seen on some film, they don't mind just dropping him back in the pocket and let him try to find one of those big receivers, and we've taken that away from him tonight.
So Caleb Foster's under center in the bunch formation again. Gonna give it to Rogers. Oh, he tried to break tackle. Justin Crumball, number 1, brings him down. Good tackle, about a 1-2 yard gain.
Yeah, and I would say we're probably going to eventually test the edges on this too.
Yeah.
Run that quick toss sweep. We keep pounding that middle.
And Crumball looks like he's getting into a little bit of a rhythm. He's seen this offense now a few times. He's made some good plays here. Again, he's a fantastic linebacker, getting a lot of looks from some different college programs. We've really neutralized his speed tonight, but that was another good tackle from him. So Caleb Foster comes out 2nd and 8 under center. He's going to pitch. The DJ cuts it up and is met there by the Wetumpka Indians. And again, playing through the whistle. Nothing dirty, just good, aggressive, physical football. Not much of a gain on that play.
No, it looks like we're going to, they stopped it pretty good twice, so I think we're going to jump into the spread here and see what we can get out of that.
Good call, Chris. We are jumping into the spread, and it does look like that. Well, that actually picked up. He got some good forward progress before they knocked him back on that, so that's a manageable 3rd down.
Yeah, 3rd and 5.
We come out in the spread. We've got twin wide receivers on the near side of the field. Foster's joined in the backfield by 2 backs. And we've got a flag on the play.
Is it flag or timeout? They call it timeout.
I thought I saw someone drop a flag, but instead we have a timeout. So didn't see who called that timeout. Was it the defense? I believe it was the defense that called the timeout.
Yeah, I think he came off sidelines over there, calling it.
That's probably attributed to Chris just coming out in that spread formation.
Yes.
Running the same formation all night, all of a sudden 3rd and 5. And the coaches for Wetumpka want to make sure their guys are prepared and know what to do.
Yeah, they look like there was a little bit of confusion over on this side of the field. We had 2 receivers, and it took them a little bit to get 2 guys on top of them. So hopefully they'll be confused right here, and we can pick up a 1st down, keep this drive going. This would be a big 1st down to pick up.
Yeah, this is a big play. You're right, Chris, because if we can keep this drive going, I think a little bit of the positivity that Wetumpka's probably starting to feel on defense, we can take that right back. They've done a good job so far here in the second half. Reading it a little better, really filling the holes. Those linebackers are meeting our backs at the line of scrimmage, whereas earlier they weren't getting them until about 4 or 5 yards down the field. And with Anthony Rogers, that really didn't mean a whole lot because he would just spin right out of that tackle anyway.
That's exactly right. Yeah, it seemed like they've done a better job up front without getting pushed back where we were resetting that line of scrimmage in the first half, and they were making that cut with 2 or 3 yards in front of them before anybody was there. Now they're starting to constrict it and tighten it up on us. So, again, we can still move the ball in that set, and he's got multiple plays he can run out of it. So they're still filling them out after their halftime adjustments as well.
That's right. And anybody who thought this game was over at halftime, you're not familiar with what Wetumpka Indians have done so far this year. 2-0, both of them comeback victories. There's no quit in this team. First-year coach Bear Woods is not going to tolerate that. He actually played professional football for 12 years, mostly in the Canadian Football League. Walk-on starting quarterback at Troy University about 15 years ago. First-year head coach, and no quit in him, no quit in his team. So we have a fantastic first-year coach and head coach Ed Gridby, 31 years head coaching experience. Wetumpka comes in tonight with a first-year head coach who it's his first year as a head coach.
Yes. And then, hats off to, Wetumpka. They're traveling great. We're glad y'all are here. Hopefully you're enjoying it over here. A new region matchup, which is pretty fun. Also, again, to your point, Coach Woods came in, a first-time head coach. That's a lot to manage, and it looks like he's doing a really good job at it. So.
And Wetumpka, great job showing out tonight to support their team. They're literally sitting on the hill tonight, Chris. They filled up the bleachers and had to move to the hill, so you love to see that. And here we go. We got 3rd and 5, 6:07 to go in the third quarter. Come out in spread offense, dual backs to the near side of the field. We've got Foster now, looks like making a little bit of a slight audible call at the line of scrimmage, and he gets set again to receive the shotgun snap. And it looks like we might have moved a little soon. That play looked a little out of sync from the start, which you hate to see coming out of a timeout.
Yeah.
But this is probably the 3rd or 4th play from the line of scrimmage they've run tonight in spread. So I know it's our offense. These guys know this offense backwards and forwards, but mistakes are going to happen. It does back us up 5 yards, so we'll see now if that affects the play call.
Yeah. And, you know, when we go to that heavy set, we're also switching centers. So we got a shotgun center and the spread, and then when we go to that heavy set, you know, I believe it's Brendan Arrington that's dropping down to center, you know, in that heavy set.
That's a big change. So Foster drops back. He's looking over here, gets his wide receiver cut in. He's got some linemen in front of him, and number 32 from Wetumpka is going to make a good tackle pretty much at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, went for a tunnel screen and just missed a couple of blocks, and, you know, they were there to cover it, so good on their defense.
It's a good safe call on 3rd and long when you're backed up in your own territory. If you break it, you break it. If not, you punt it away and put the game back in the hands of our defense. So I like the call. Sometimes you break those tunnel screens, but good play by their linebacker, and we're going to punt it away. They're going to have the option here of really getting some good field position, so we're going to hopefully get some good coverage from our punt team here. Number 11 for Wetumpka set up in midfield to receive the punt, and Mac's going to let it fly, and it gets a good punt there and see if it'll take a good Patriot bounce. It actually took a Indian bounce, but we had a good coverage there, able to spot the ball, and it looks like about the Patriot 45-yard line.
Yep, Caleb Hussey kept that from rolling their way anymore. And, you know, that's a good job getting down the field. He's also the snapper, so he snapped it in, got down on coverage really well.
That's great hustle by that young man, snapping the ball and getting down to spot it. Caleb Hussey, number 43. So here we go. We'll see if Wetumpka sticks with their strategy of continuing to roll their quarterback out, or maybe continues to try to see if they can get something up the middle. So they come out, twins wide receivers to the near side of the field. He's going to set, throw, and has number 88 out for a good 8-yard gain. And another flag comes out late.
Yeah.
That's a tough call because he made contact in bounds. And Chris, it just looked like to me their momentum took them both out of bounds. I didn't see anything there that would warrant a flag.
Yeah, the momentum took them out. You got to have a little more awareness too, though. If you're
just kind of let up.
If you're getting over to that red part of the field, you gotta come off it if you can.
And these referees, their first and foremost is the safety of these young men. And so if they see anything that is resembling a hit that's going to be out of bounds, they're going to throw the flag. And like Chris said, you just got to be able to pull up, let the guy go, and live to play another down. But nevertheless, they do pick up another 15-yard penalty. And Chris, on that play, it was a very quick pass.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, what they saw is they can't hold on it too long. They got to catch it and get it out. So I'm sure they're going to start trying the hitches and, you know, maybe some slants, things like that, to try to get the ball out fast.
Rogers with a quick little dump pass. Looks like they were bringing number 6 across the formation. We had it covered.
Yeah, Maxime did a good job recognizing that, coming across the formation with him. Even if he caught it, it was going to be no gain to probably maybe even a couple-yard loss. So good job on Mac.
And Chris, you said it, they're going to quick passes. They've realized that they're probably not going to have enough time. So they're going to quick passes. Having said that, they come out with triple wide receiver set to the near side of the field. So we'll see if it's another quick pass or if he drops back. He does. He's going to throw.
Nice coverage. Very nice coverage.
Fantastic coverage there by DJ Tolliver. And you can't throw a football any better than Nathan Rogers.
I think that was JT Hills, number 13, that got his hand in there. That was a great, on a slant, that's a really, really good play. No pass interference, getting your hand in there right when the ball got there. Good timing, great job.
Absolutely. A great pass. It was a great defensive play by our DB. And that sets up 3rd and long, which is good to see after that penalty. They're not yet in the red zone, and this is the big play here. If we can keep the momentum we've got so far. Looks like a little confusion with their substitutions, but they're set now.
Looks like we're bringing
shotgun snap. He's going to wheel out, and he's going for the end zone. It looks like offensive pass interference to me from here.
He tackled
number
Cody
6
Barkham
through number 8 down. We'll see how the play goes.
He pretty much tackled Cody Markham on the coverage, so
Yeah,
I don't know.
he never even
the ball was just thrown up in the air.
It did not look like the offensive receiver ever made a play on the ball. It looked like to me he was focused on pushing our DB to the ground.
No, if anything, Cody was trying to make a play on the ball, and the receiver tackled him. Ooh, that's a tough call to make right there.
If you watched that play 100 times, I'm not sure you would ever come away with how that could possibly have been defensive pass interference.
No.
But
no.
In sports, calls don't always go your way, and part of playing sports is how you adjust when these things happen. It's going to happen. Refs are they're out here serving these young men. They're doing the best they can. He missed the call. Ball's in our court. What are we going to do? We've got to stop them. They're in the red zone. Call didn't go your way. Let's see if our guys respond.
Yeah, I mean, you almost got to go with a no call over that call.
Agreed. Going to take it up the middle, and looks like we're going to pick up 2-3 yards on that carry by number 5, Michael Dillard on the carry. Because I don't like to harp on refs. These guys are out here. They're doing the best they can, but that was a terrible call. We got to call it like we see it.
Yeah, I'm going to call it how I see it. You go with a no call over that call.
Yeah.
100% of the time.
Well, let's see how our young men respond. Rogers is going to keep it. Wow.
Nice.
Who was that that got in there? Was that Mac?
Was that Mac Seaman or Bishop?
Mac got in there to slow him down, and looks
Yes.
like Bishop finished him off.
That was a great play. And again, we've seen how explosive and powerful a runner he is. Like that's a lot to get his momentum stopped. Yeah.
Here we go.
Huge
big
play right
the
here.
defense.
Huge play. This is where I want the fans to get up,
That's
get
right.
going. I mean, this is a huge play. Let's go.
We got 4 receiver sets to the near side of the field. We'll see if Rogers keeps it or if he looks to throw to one of those. He does hand it to the far side, and our guys show up and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Fantastic.
Let's go, defense.
Excellent job there by the Pike Road Patriots.
Takes the Rogers handoff around right side. Shamar Powell and Marcus Jones on the tackle.
Shamar Powell led the way with that tackle. And that's a great job by those young men staying at home and making a physical football play, forcing a fourth down. And Chris, I gotta imagine they're going to go for it here.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to go for it. You know, that was the same player that they gave the ball to that scored that last touchdown on that same side of the field. Great job on Marcus Jones keeping them contained, and Shamar coming to clean up too.
Here we go, 4th and 3. We got a whistle on the play. I don't know if there's a flag or it's a timeout. That play is not going to count.
Nope.
It was whistled dead before the snap of the ball. Not sure why it was whistled dead before the snap of the ball. There was a flag on the play. We'll see what the call is here on the field.
I'm going to go against offense just because I want to. Hey, let's go.
There you go.
Back them up. Which I will say they did. They threw a fade up in the corner back there, and the big receiver went up and got it on our defender.
Well, Nathan Rogers has shown the ability to not only run the ball, but make some really good throws. I've been impressed with that young man's play tonight. And it looks like that penalty may have completely changed their approach here, Chris. They're going to go for the field goal.
Yep.
Wow, what a big penalty.
That was huge.
So with 2:36 to go in the third quarter, Wetumpka sets up for a field goal to put 3 on the board. We'll see if our guys are able to get a hand on it.
Come on, get through there. Get through there. Miss it.
And it is right down the middle. Good kick by that young man. Gives them 3 more points, but I think that's a great defensive stand, Chris. In a lot of situations there at defense, they've held you. You think you're getting off the field, and the call doesn't go your way. You feel sorry for yourself. You get down. Our guys didn't do that. They held strong and kept a touchdown from happening there after that bad call. It says a lot about our defense.
It's a lot about the defense because they gave it to their, over 200-pound back to go kind of pound it, and he picked up a few yards, and they gave it to their quarterback, who's a really good runner, and we made a good play on him, and kept them back there. So, yeah, I'm still on a no call versus making that call in the end zone, giving them those 3 points. But that's a great job by the defense to stand strong.
It was a bad call. One of the things that I've been impressed by with our team so far this year, 3rd game into the season, you're going to get bad calls in a game. The resiliency, the bounce back, I remember first game of the year, we had a interception that a questionable pass interference call was made, taking away the interception. The very next play, we just forced the fumble and got the ball back anyway.
Got it back anyway.
So we've seen that from our defense time and time again. And that's really leadership. That's culture. Those are things that you work on all week, and then it shows up out on the field on Friday nights in plays like that.
That's right. That's not just a switch you flip. I mean, Coach Rigby and the staff is preaching, I'm sure, play the next play no matter what happens. Bad things are going to happen. Good things are going to happen. You can't be emotional and ride the roller coaster. You just got to line back up and do your job.
They did a fantastic job of that. So we'll see if we get a chance here to return this. It looks like we are going to get a chance. Oh, get on it. He's fell down. Number 2 pops back up with the ball.
Webb. He can go.
And the ball is now on the ground, and it's still bouncing around. We'll see who gets on it. It looked like Wetumpka had the opportunity to get it, but it continued to bounce around. There's now a pile of players on the field, and we can't really see. Number 37 from Wetumpka is holding the ball. I'm not sure if that means that they've recovered the ball. We'll see what the call is on the field. It is a turnover. Wetumpka has recovered the fumble on the Patriot 15-yard line, it looks like, which is going to set them up with a good field position. We do have a man down on the field. See if the training staff has to come and tend to him.
Yeah, that's been one of the keys going in to the last couple games. Not making mistakes and giving them the ball that they can take advantage of. But defense just stood up, and I got full confidence they'll stop them again right here.
Hopefully it's just a cramp. It looks like that might be what's going on. That's number 2, Marcus Webb. Hopefully he's okay and can shake that off. And our defense is going to have to get back out, Chris. They just had a big stop, and now they're going to have to do it again. But they've shown over and over again their ability to do just that. But they're in a tough spot. First turnover for the Patriots for this evening. And we just held them to a field goal, and it looked like they might have an opportunity to put 6 on the board. So we'll see if we can do it again. About the 11-yard line where the Wetumpka Indians are going to be setting up, trying to take it into the end zone. Again, as a reminder, our third quarter is sponsored by the Houston Clinic, proud to serve the community by providing the most advanced orthopedic services available with 3 locations here in the River region. Visit HoustonClinic.com for directions, hours, and more. That's HoustonClinic.com. So 1st and 10 for the Wetumpka Indians from about the 11-yard line with Rogers set again in shotgun for the offense. He's got trips receivers to the near side of the field, and he's going to look to the far side of the wideout. Went for the kind of the back shoulder throw there, didn't quite execute it, but good coverage by our DB number 6.
Exactly right. They try to run them upfield and get our DB back in coverage, and like you said, throw the back shoulder throw to see if they could get him in the end zone back there, and he just threw it a little too far back. I don't think his shoulders were quite that wide.
Rogers in the backfield with 2 backs set to his left. He's going to actually counter step, go back to his right, and looks like we got a holding call on the play. The result of the play is a touchdown, but it was pretty obvious that there was a holding call on that, and that's going to bring that touchdown back. That's the second time, though, tonight we've seen that from Rogers, a counter step one way, take it to the other, and his speed really takes over from there.
Okay, refs, you're back to being great. Yeah, I mean, that was a play that busted, the first half for his long touchdown. Was that they're setting up that quarterback counter, so he's taking a step to the left, like it looks like he's either rolling out, sprinting out, then they're pulling the guard and the tackle back the other way, and he's following them out there. But there was a reason that hole was so big too. They were.
That's exactly right. Guys. When you see a hole that big, usually something happened, and the refs did a good job of seeing it. And that sets them back to a 2nd and 20 with 2:03 to go in the third quarter. Rogers is going to send his back in motion. He's going to roll out to the near side of the field. Looks like he's going to tuck it and go now, right up the middle. And he's going to hit the sideline and take it to the house.
2 great blocks out there.
Good call, Chris. Those wide receivers did their job. Once they saw their quarterback scramble, they turned into blockers, and that really opened it up for him to take it to the far sideline for 6.
Yeah, and he did a great job setting those blocks up too. I mean, the defender's out there in space, and it looks like he's coming upfield, and he sees where his blockers are, and then he cuts back out and allows them to, really make those blocks and allows him to make that cut. That's just a good play on him.
Yeah, that play is designed for him to boot and come to the near side of the field with a pass, and he ends up tucking it and taking it to the far side of the field, the sideline. I mean, sometimes you just have to tip your hat to the opponent and say that's a great football play.
Yeah, that was a great play. Again, set up by, one of the keys that we can't have happen again, turning the ball over on their end of the field and giving them a chance to make a play and score.
Number 85 on for the extra point, and the kick is up and good, which brings the score to 29-24 with 1:49 to go in the third quarter. And we said it, this team was not going to come out here and roll over.
No.
They've been down all year. They're used to coming back, and we're seeing that side of it now from Wetumpka.
Yeah, on that side of the lines, they're over there saying, "Hey, remember last week? Remember last week? When we came back, they had us up by more than this. Remember last week? We can make it come back." And over here, we just need to be telling them to stay in it. Don't worry about that. It's over. Let's go ahead and move the ball down the field. We're going to make some positive plays and get in the end zone.
Yeah, we really need a long drive from our offense. Our defense has been on the field a lot. The majority of the third quarter with that turnover there. So even if the drive doesn't result in points, a really good long offensive drive, take some time off the clock. That's be a good thing to do with 1:49 to go here in the third quarter.
Yeah. And, if we go in that heavy set, we are asking some of our defensive players to go in there and contribute at times too. So, hopefully they can get a rest, get in there, in that set.
Looks like we're going to have the opportunity to return this. Number 15, another good open field tackle by Wetumpka. And we will start this offensive drive from about the 19-yard line.
All right, here we go. Need some good body language. Go out here and punch the ball. Jordan King on the return. It was a good tackle on Wetumpka.
They make good open field tackles on special teams.
They certainly have.
So here we go. We'll see what type of formation we come out. Again, 1:40 to go on the clock. Third quarter. Score, Pike Road 29, Wetumpka 24. We are going to come out in the bunched wing formation. Foster under center. He's going to toss it to Rogers. Rogers gets to the second level. Picks up positive yardage and just keeps the feet moving for a pickup of 8, maybe even 9. Never stops on first contact, Chris.
No, and it never gets old seeing that either. I mean, he makes it look like a natural thing to do, and it is far from that. When you have juniors, seniors, over 6 foot, 200 pounds, tackling you, and you're running through 2 or 3 of them and carrying them. I mean, it's super impressive.
Wow, and he actually picked up 10 on that. So that resulted in a first down, moving the chains. Foster under center again. Return. I believe that's AT with the, no, that wasn't AT, that was DJ with the ball. And
hey, that's a penalty. I mean, how long are you going to let him keep doing that?
Once the whistle blows, everybody's supposed to stop. And that did not happen. Looks like maybe another cramp.
With a 3-yard run, tackle on the play by number 9, R.J. Harris.
An injury timeout on the field.
Is that Shamar Powell?
Number 5.
Is that who that is? Yeah, Shamar. Again, that's one of the defensive guys that we're asking to come over and,
he's been on the field the whole third quarter.
Yep, take some plays on offense.
Yeah, it looks like a cramp. We hope that's all it is. Hope it's not a hamstring or anything more serious. But the weather's nice tonight for a September evening in central Alabama, but the humidity's still thick, and these young men are going to battle cramps really for the first half of the season, playing in the heat like you have to do here in the great state of Alabama. But hopefully that's all that's going on there.
That's what it looks like. It looks like you're stretching out a hamstring or calf cramp. So hopefully you can get over there, get some fluids, and get some rest and be all right.
Again, the third quarter tonight is brought to you by the Houston Clinic. Proud to serve the community by providing the most advanced orthopedic services available with 3 locations to choose from. You can visit HoustonClinic.com. And we're sitting here at 2nd and 8, 32 seconds to go in the third quarter, a 5-point game. Wetumpka's made some good adjustments coming out, playing defense in the second half. We had a turnover, had a good defensive stand before the turnover, but certainly Wetumpka has managed to get back into the game, and our guys are now driving down the field. We've already got 1 first down on this drive, and hopefully can continue to pick up positive yards. It looks like Shamar's going to be okay. He's able to walk off the field on his own power. Always glad to see that.
And another big thank you to Miss Stephanie and Mr. Slagle down there doing a great job with kids during injuries and cramps and things like that. They do a phenomenal job. I can't thank them enough.
Absolutely. They do such a great job with these young men. Foster's under center. He's going to fake. We'll go back to the counter with AT.
Counter.
And picks up positive yards.
Number 22, Adrian Thornton, with the carry up the middle.
AT Thornton, positive pickup. That might be the last play here of the third quarter as the clock winds down. Looks like it's going to be. So we go to the fourth quarter. It's going to be 3rd and 4 when we come back to start the fourth quarter. Patriots are leading 29-24, and we've got a ball game on our hands, Chris.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is what you want, though. You're up with the ball going into the fourth quarter. We just need to pick up this first down to get some momentum going. I think that would go a long way. Again, you can see right there, Malik Blockton's another defensive lineman that we had, going into that bunch set or that heavy set. He was getting up a little slow because I think he's getting, like you said earlier, the defense has been on the field a long time. But, I'd probably give number 21 the ball for try to get 4 yards right now.
I think that's a good call, Chris. And the fans here at the stadium are getting fired up as the light show continues to start the fourth quarter. I love how our Pike Road community supports not just the football team, the band, all of the athletic teams, cheerleaders. They won the state championship as well.
Yeah.
Just such a great community, Pike Road, Alabama, and support that these athletes are shown. And if you've never had the opportunity to visit Pike Road, Alabama, we'd love to have you swing by sometime. It's just a great place to live, great place to have your kids in school. And all 3 of my boys, I got 1 in each of the 3 Pike Road schools this year, Chris.
Oh, so, fantastic. I've been down that road.
We have 1 in each. Fantastic. They love it. Got 1 playing football, got 1 in the band. And just can't say enough about what these teachers, these administrators, these coaches do, and just our community coming out here to support these young men tonight. It's great to see.
Yeah, and I know you're not going to say it, but, thank you to you and your congregation for everything that y'all do. I've seen y'all out here, laying pine straw and cutting trees and helping everywhere all across all the campuses and the schools. So, we really, I know you're not going to say it, but everybody does, see it and appreciate it. And if you don't know that's what they're doing it. You can believe it.
Well, I appreciate saying that. I tell people all the time what makes Vaughn Forest Church a great church are the people there. So we are honored to be able to serve. And we're going to get this fourth quarter going with a third down and 4. And we'll start Rogers. Chris, you called it. He's going to break it to the outside. We'll see if he can get it to the sideline.
Let's go.
And
we go.
As Rogers sprints down the sideline, there are 2 flags on the play. We'll have to see what the calls are. But Rogers got to the outside, and when he hits the sideline, that's usually what ends up happening. We'll wait to see what the call is on the field.
Man, what a great run.
Man, he hit that sideline, and there was nobody that was going to catch him. And, Chris, you called it. I mean, that's exactly what the play that needed to be run there. Looks like we might be bringing this one back. The refs are discussing it. While they discuss it, let me tell you that the fourth quarter is brought to us by BurgerFi. BurgerFi is committed to providing the best burger experience with 100% natural American Angus beef. And you can also pick up a frozen custard dessert. They're at East Chase, so head there after the game. They are open until 11 p.m. on Friday nights as we wait for the call from the ref.
Yeah, I think he's signaled a couple different things.
Yeah,
we're going to settle in on a hold.
Yeah, there was 2 flags on the play, so I think he was deciding which one he was going to signal. Nevertheless, it does take away the touchdown, which you hate to see that. But they had a touchdown taken back from a holding penalty. So sometimes those plays open up because maybe a penalty had been committed. So we'll reset, and we'll see if we can spring another long run here. Looks like we're going to.
Yeah, I mean, it's still manageable.
That's right, and it looks like we're going to go to our spread formation.
Yep.
Well, they're of the 15-yard variety, so that is going to back us up quite a bit. So we'll see what we got. Looks like we got about 3rd and 16, 3rd and 15.
Yeah,
14.
Maybe take a shot to Tormey down here.
That's a good call, Chris. We'll see what we do. Caleb with a fake handoff. He is looking downfield.
Got the
wheel.
wheel.
Number 15. And the ball sails out of bounds. Good concept, good play call, and just didn't execute it. So we'll put the ball back in the hands of our defense pending a punt. And good drive. Hate to see that touchdown called back, but we saw the same thing happen with Wetumpka, and it just happened to us. And so we'll see what our defense can do.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good play call. You know, had Tommy run a short route, and then the wheel coming around, he got open. We just couldn't complete it.
Mack with the punt.
Great
land
great
right.
gathering.
That's a good roll. He's actually going to catch it on the fly, and I saw a little bit of a seam there open up, Chris. Thankfully, 43 was able to hop on the tackle. Got pushed after the play. I guess the ref just decided not to pay attention to that. But good job by that young man of not responding. Mason Hussey on the tackle.
Yep.
Good job keeping his composure.
He's doing a good job getting that snap back there and then covering too.
He's done that twice tonight.
Yeah, that's a great job.
That's a great hustle by the young man.
That was a great job by Matt gathering that snap up, getting it out quick.
His
really
knee,
good punt.
That's a good call, Chris, because if his knee hits the ground there when he's holding the ball, that's where they get the ball from. So good job by Mack there. They've got the ball on their own 48, 1st and 10.
I think we could use a turnover right here.
That's a really good call.
That would be great.
5's in motion. He's going to pitch it to the left. 11's taking it outside. Great tackle there on the end of the line of scrimmage. Couldn't quite make out the number who wrapped him up there.
Nathan Rogers pitches
Number
to
4.
Jamarian Thrasher.
Was that Marcus Jones?
Marcus Jones.
Being tackled by number 4, Marcus Jones.
Good tackle there by Marcus
That was a great job
Jones.
because they've been capitalizing on some good box and space, and
It looked
he had
like
a
that was about to
blocker on
open
him.
up. Yeah.
Yes, he had a blocker on him, shed him, and made the tackle. That was a really good play by him.
Great job. So that sets up 2nd and long with 10:48 to go in the 4th quarter. Again, Pike Road is up 29-24. We've got trip set here to the near side of the field. Rogers continues to play out of the shotgun.
Oh, that receiver moved down here.
Oh,
Nice.
I think he might have heard some steps coming up behind him there. Is that DJ Tolliver, number 6? On
Let's
the
go.
coverage.
One play to get him off the field. One play to get him off the field.
It's a big 3rd.
Yeah, it looked like they got away with a little movement down here with the number 2 receiver. He didn't throw the flag, but you know, that was a really good throw. It hit him right in the chest and dropped it. I just didn't complete it.
Nathan Rogers continues to make good throws. He's shown his versatility tonight as both a runner and a thrower. And he's got his Wetumpka Indians now facing a 3rd and 9 as the Pike Road Patriots shift to the far side of the field. They've got twin receivers here on the near side. Rogers is going to send 6 in motion. And he's going to roll.
Nice, Mac.
Oh, Mac made a great play, but he was able to get it out to number 6. Don't think he quite picked up the 1st down.
He got it.
He did get it.
That's close.
Well, that's a great play by Mac. He was
close.
right there. And another great play by number 2, Nathan Rogers, to almost have a jump pass on the run to hitting his receiver in the flat. Good job by Mac. Good job by
him. You don't have to measure that one, though.
Marcus Jones.
It looks close.
No, it's not.
Yep, and the play results in a 1st down. And again, good pressure there by Mac. He did everything he could. And number 2, Nathan Rogers, made a great play. So here we go.
That's the 3rd time they've gone to that play. And I still think you had to measure that personally, but that was the 3rd time they've gone to that play, and that was the 1st time they completed it.
Right, that's right. So 1st and 10. He's going to fake, counter, come back,
counter.
And Bishop Singleton's right there in the middle. He's now going to go reverse field. And let's see if our DBs can chase him down. Looks like we bring him down about the 7-yard line. We've got a little bit of extracurricular activity going on down here. There is a flag on the field. Not sure what happened there. The result of the run is Wetumpka down about the 4-yard line. Quarterback scramble, but we're waiting the call on the field. Away from the play.
Yeah, let's see what they got. It's definitely away from the play, whatever it was.
Looks like we got a personal foul on the Patriots. It's going to be half the distance to the goal line, setting up a 1st down from inside the 5.
Foul penalty is called against Pike Road.
And
ball, 1st and goal.
That's going to put it real close.
Nathan Rogers continues to pick up big chunks of play with his quarterback scrambles, going to one side of the field and then cutting and reversing field to the other. He's got his team down. Now it looks like we're on about the 2-yard line. We've got our heavy set in defense to see if we can force a goal line stand here.
Imagine they're going to give it to number 5 and let him try to pound it real quick.
That's exactly what they do. He takes it right up the middle, and our
Didn't get
defensive
there.
line's up
Did
to the
not get
task.
there.
Good job, guys.
Number 5, Michael Dillard, with the run up the middle for
We
Looks
got
like we've
somebody down.
Yeah, somebody down
Can't
for the
tell who that
Patriots.
is.
He was tackled on the play by number 7, Jalen Jarrett.
Number 7, Jalen Jarrett on the tackle
There
there.
is an injured player.
We
Is
continue
that
to.
Jalen?
No, Jalen's
No.
walking off the field with the defense since we have a stop and play. It might be number 6. It might be DJ. Can't really tell. They're on the far side of the field. But unfortunately, it looks like he's in a good bit of pain there.
Yeah, look, he was grabbing his left leg when he went down there.
Yeah, training staff is tending to him.
Oh,
They
yeah,
got him
he's
up on his feet.
getting up.
It's Stephon.
Nice, Stephon.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Stephon's played a fantastic game tonight. He's been in the backfield all night long. Looks like he's hobbling there on a leg, favoring his
The
ankle. So
injured player was Stephon Andrews.
you hate to see that. Our training staff does such a good job with these young men. So they'll be evaluating him here on the sideline. And Chris, our line up the middle continues to stop those runs up the middle. You called it. That's the right play call there. Our guys were just up to the task there on first down.
Yeah, I mean, you want to give it to your big back and let him pound it in from 2 yards, and that's typically what's going to happen down there. But, defensive line did a great job of pushing them back, reestablishing line of scrimmage, and Jalen Jarrett made a phenomenal play. I mean, he got off of his block, shed him, tackled him, spun him around, kept him away from the end zone.
Twin set to the near side of the field. Rogers puts his back in motion. Oh, there's a fumble
yes,
on the ground.
yes.
Ball's on the ground. Did we recover the snap? Did we jump on that? Looks like there was
There's
a
a
pre-snap
flag down.
penalty.
There's a flag down.
Pre-snap penalty. I don't think that play counted. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, man.
Bad snap. Mack was on it. I see the flag over here on the near sideline. I did not see that when the ball was snapped. So we're not sure what the result of the call is. We're waiting now. It's a false start on the offense, which
That would give us the ball, wouldn't it?
if we,
Wetumpka.
is it a pre-snap?
Yeah, that would give us the ball, right? Or did they stop it before the
I
play?
think they blew the whistle before the play ever happened, which the Wetumpka coaching staff has never been happier to have a penalty on their own offense after the result of that play.
Man.
So they will gladly back it up 5 yards, and it's an unfortunate turn of events for us as we had jumped on that ball. But nevertheless,
All right,
Wetumpka
let's
now
get
has
to it,
its
guys.
second and goal.
From
The
the 7-yard line.
7-yard line, trip set to the near side of the field. Rogers is going to receive the shotgun snap, sets his back on the other side. He's looking to the corner of the end zone, and he overthrows his receiver.
Nice.
Good
job.
coverage there by DJ Tolliver, number 6.
Very good.
Okay, big play here.
Big
Big play, third down, 3rd and 7. Chris, I might go so far to say this is the biggest play of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the biggest play of the game. for
8:51 to go in the fourth quarter with a 5-point lead, 3rd and 7. After that long run by their quarterback with a tacked-on personal foul penalty. If we can come away here holding them, that'd be huge for our defense. So get the crowd to make some noise here.
Don't want to see the quarterback counter right here.
That's right. He's going to do it, Chris.
Counter.
And look at our guy
Nice.
coming there. Who was that?
Nice.
There's Mac coming
Max
in.
Seaman.
Mac said, you take away my fumble, I'll take away your yard gains there. Good job by number 33.
I'll tell you what, he's not the guy that you look at running out on the field and go, he's probably going to do something tonight. But I'm telling you, he shows up every game. He's
He
just a
just
good
keeps
football
making
player.
plays.
He's
That's
just
right.
a good football player.
He just keeps making plays. That's a big stop there by the Pike Road Patriot defense. Max Seaman thought he had a fumble recovery. Play didn't go this way. Comes back on 3rd down, makes a big stop. So here we are, 4th and 7, 8:19 to go. Wetumpka lines up for the field goal attempt with down by 5 points. This is certainly a big play here. As 2 field goals would put them ahead. So we'll see if our Patriots are able to get a hand on it and maybe slow it down. He's kicked the ball real well all night. Another whistle. We got a lot of whistles before the plays tonight. Looks like we had a
There is a flag on the play.
Delay again.
Delay of game called against Wetumpka.
delay of game. That's going to back them up another 5 yards.
I like it. Ice yourself.
Absolutely. We'll take it.
Come on. Let's be big. And miss it, miss it, miss it.
The fans are yelling, block that kick. Big play, 8 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Here's the snap. Snap is down, kick is up, and it is
Good kick.
barely threw that far
Good
upright.
kick. He's kicked well all night.
He has kicked it well all night.
31-yard field goal attempt is good.
All right, 2-point lead. How big was that safety earlier in the game tonight? The difference in this game.
Man. All right, now we haven't had a good return really all night, so maybe we can get one right here.
We need a good return. We need a good long offensive drive, and protecting this 2-point lead with 7:54 to go in the fourth quarter. Again, the fourth quarter is brought to you by BurgerFi, committed to providing the best burger experience with 100% natural American Angus beef, cage-free chicken. I've always wanted to order a caged chicken just to see what would happen, but they serve the cage-free chicken and more. Fresh cut fries, onion rings, frozen custard dessert located in East Chase. Sounds like a good place to go after the game. 11 o'clock they will be open to tonight. And sounds like you can have a great dining experience there eating some caged chicken. But here we go, 7:54 to go in the fourth quarter, 2-point lead. Kickers kick the ball into the end zone most of the night. We'll see if he gets it there again. I'd love to see that ball land in number 21, Anthony Rogers' arms, and get that long touchdown that was called back, maybe get it back on a kickoff return. That'd be a good way to handle your business right about now.
They've done a good job of keeping it out of his hands.
They have.
He's only gotten it once, and the guy made a great open field tackle.
Yeah, you're right. He sure did.
He took at least 5 of them back to the house last year on a kickoff return. So hopefully we can get it to him right here.
85 launches it again. I think we're going to have a chance to return this one. Rogers
got another whistle.
There is a flag on the play.
It's going to
see what the call is. It looks like
it's going to back them up, but I would rather have taken my chances with him catching it right there.
Right. That's another penalty that might have gone their way, meaning the result of the penalty probably helped them out, because you certainly are not trying to kick the ball to Anthony Rogers there. So they're going to back it up 5 and give him another shot at it. You got to know Anthony's pretty frustrated by that call.
Yeah, I'm sure he wanted that one bad. Because his mentality is, I'm going to take it to the house every time
he touches the ball, and it shows with the way he runs.
Yes.
And just a sophomore. That's what I can't get over.
No, it's
just
unbelievable.
A sophomore. Unbelievable.
They did a good job of kind of shifting back there and adjusting to let him get under that one, too. Hopefully he can get this one.
So here we go. 7:47 to go in the fourth quarter. Kicking it not to Rogers this time. DJ with the return. Fights off the first tackle, still going. It's a good return.
Good job, DJ. It's a way to run, DJ.
Good return.
DJ said, I can return some.
That's right. He said, hey, give me some airtime, guys.
Yeah.
Y'all talking about Rogers. I can do this too. Young man with a good return gets us out to the 29-yard line. Well, we will start this drive at 7:33, and about a 5, 6, 7-minute drive would go a long way right about now. So we'll see what formation we come out in to start this pivotal drive with a 2-point lead. And looks like we're going to go to the spread. Chris, you've made a great point several times tonight that when we're in that bunch formation, a lot of the linemen have also been playing defense.
Yep.
That might factor a little bit into this call here. Handoff looks like to, I believe that was AT or DJ. Couldn't tell. That's AT on the carry there. Picked up positive yards on the play. We'll take it.
Yeah, pick up 4 yards. And it probably, having those defensive guys needing a little break probably allowed us not to get in that heavy set right here.
And we've had positive production out of our spread set tonight. So we're going to that. Rogers is back in there as the back set beside Foster. We've got twins down here on the near side. Caleb's going to ask Anthony to sit on the other side of him.
Got the tight end
man in motion. He's going to fake the speed sweep and give it to Rogers for the counter. Good positive pickup. They have to respect that speed sweep, but they've also got to know number 21 still lurking in the backfield.
That's right.
Sets up a 3rd and short.
3rd and 2 for the Patriots.
We'll see if we stay in the spread. Looks like we're going to stay in the spread formation. Sending Tormey out wide on the far side of the field.
It's another huge play right here.
With a DB that's about half his size. We'll see we stick with some run
use that
or go for a
defense
pass.
that we talked about before the game.
Yep. Oh,
broke it.
there
He
DJ broke
it.
the tackle at the line of scrimmage. Positive yards as he gets into the secondary.
Nice.
Takes it out to midfield. What a great run by DJ Williams.
That's the gamble they're running with that defense. They're putting everybody up there. They're trying to put one more man than you have to block, which is going to guarantee them somebody coming free. But if you break through it, there's nobody behind them, really. You got two guys that can make a play.
Direct snap to Anthony Rogers as he was set up there in the backfield. And strong run out to the near side of the field. Looks like we're going to pick up a yard or two. And on that play, Caleb went out wide, and Rogers just lined up there in the backfield, took the snap directly himself.
Yeah, I like the call, though. Hurry up, get on the ball, and snap it to him, let him get out of there. I think we just missed a block or two.
Yeah, it's a good call in a situation like that, especially after a big play where you pick up a first down. Caleb's back and quarterback now with looks like a timeout on the field.
Referee timeout.
Great drive already. I mean, taking time off the clock, picking up the first down. And Chris, you called it there. I mean, once DJ breaks that tackle at the line of scrimmage, it's a minimum of 7 or 8 yards before somebody else can get to him.
Yes, because if you based on what they're doing, if you have two receivers out, they have two DBs over them, and everybody else on their defense, they're putting 9 on the line. It almost looks like a punt block defense.
It really did. I don't know if I've ever seen a defense line up in that formation against a spread offense.
And it's not like something that they don't rely on. I've seen it in every game they've played. So it's again, we haven't seen that much because we forced them not to be able to do it in that tight G-line set. But they get into it a bunch in the last 2 games that I've seen. But if you can break through like we did, then you got a chance of making a big play.
Chris, I'm so impressed that after showing production all evening with that bunch formation, here when the game's on the line, we're coming out and running the spread and being efficient with it and getting production.
Yes.
So here we go, 2nd and 9 with 5:28 to go on the clock. Foster receives it, and AT bounces outside and is taken down in the backfield. He had initial contact at the line of scrimmage, bumped it outside, and was still taken down in the backfield. Their linebackers are fast, sideline to sideline. They can really cover some yards, and we just saw that on full display there. Bringing up a 3rd and long, and we'll see what the Patriots have. Pivotal play here, 5 minutes on the clock. The clock is continuing to move. 3rd and 12 with a 5-point lead. I might call on number 21 here, Chris.
Yeah, I still think we're kind of forced into this because of personnel. Look at that.
Oh, DJ up the middle. Positive pickup. Didn't quite get enough for the first down. I mean, Chris, coach wouldn't possibly think about going for it here, would he?
I don't know. On that side of the field, he's pretty aggressive.
They're getting to the line of scrimmage. There's no huddle. Coach didn't take a lot of time to answer our question.
No. And we could try, with 4, you want to try to draw them off too.
Okay, there's always that.
Cheap one.
Let's see if we can get it. Oh, I think he just did.
He did.
The ref did not call it. It looked like to me that defensive lineman came across the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
But we are not on the sideline, so he must not have. We're going to let the clock run down. There's 5 seconds left on the play clock as it continues to tick with the overall game clock. We call a timeout with 4:01 to go on the clock. Good idea.
Yeah.
Trying to pick up 5 yards there, get the first down. I thought they might have gotten it, but they didn't. But nevertheless, that drive took a lot of time off the clock. Here we sit 4th and 4. Is there still the option to go for it here, Chris, or are we punting it away?
I think you got to punt it and try to flip the field on them and make them – because they've had a short field most of the second half here.
That's exactly right.
Which has been advantage them. So if we can flip the field and get a stop, that would be huge. And the further down we can get them towards the opposite end zone, then the better chance we have of stopping them.
I like it. I certainly agree with that. And you make a great point that really for a lot of the evening they've been working with a short field.
Yes.
So with 4:01 to go in the game, 2-point lead, if we can back them up, that would be huge right here.
Well, and again, personnel dictated, I think, some of that play call with going into the spread set, but it also allowed us to chew up some clock and also get those defensive guys a little bit of a breather, which they need at this point.
That's going to show up here when the defense comes back on the field. So Mack is back to punt the ball. Bounces the snap to him. He's able to scoop it up and still get the punt off.
Hit the ground. Good.
Get him right there. Great coverage by our punt team.
Strip it.
Boy, there's a flag on the play. Back here at the line of scrimmage, we'll see
Oh my gosh.
chop block called against the Patriots. I imagine they're going to make us punt that one again. Mac did a great job of scooping that snap off, getting the punt off. Our coverage team was fantastic, backing them up inside the 10, but unfortunately there was a penalty on the play. So with 3:47 to go in the game, we will line it up and kick it again, this time from a little further back. We'll see where the ball's marked. I didn't see what happened there.
Either.
I just saw the flag after everybody had already run downfield.
But, man, you talk about flipping the field. I mean, we had them down inside the 5. I mean, that's the penalties are killers.
Did exactly what we were trying to do there.
I mean,
Unfortunately.
now we're putting the ball from the 30 line of scrimmage to 30 here. It's a huge difference.
It is. Again, had him pinned inside the 10-yard line.
After the 15-yard penalty.
Yep, 15-yard penalty.
Now the 30-yard line.
All right, let's get a good snap and kick, and let's cover.
Mac back to receive the snap. Good snap this time, clean. He gets
Nice
the punt off.
Very good hang time.
And we'll see if it takes
Nice
a good
roll.
Patriot bounce.
Nice
It does.
roll,
Look at that
Mac.
roll.
Look at
that roll. Great job.
That's not
Great
a bad
job.
kick for a
From
linebacker.
where he kicked that ball, for it to be down where it is, Chris, that's fantastic.
That's
To
fantastic.
the 22-yard line.
Hey, linebacker, can you go punt for us real quick? Yeah, why not?
Indians will take over first
And look, you're watching from home. You're like, hey,
Their 22.
he just got lucky. The ball rolled the right way. No, these punters work on that. They literally work on technique to make the ball roll the way that it rolled. So great job by him. He's been playing a great job at linebacker all night as well. And I did not think the result of that play would then be starting from the 21-yard line. So
No,
we'll
I
take
did
it.
not either.
Big play there
that's
by
great.
Mac. Here we go. 3:34 left to go in the game.
Put it in the
2-point
defensive hands right here.
Nathan Rogers back in the shotgun. Receives the
Quarterback
snap.
counter.
He's countering again. And he breaks it to the outside. He's going to cut field again, reverse field again. Unfortunately, we've seen this already a couple times tonight, and it looks like he's going to take it all the way to the house.
Well, it's kind of like the Rogers show tonight.
Both Rogers
for
came
the
to play.
Patriots and the
Yeah.
Rogers for Wetumpka.
When they have a family reunion, they can exchange quite a few stories. I mean, we've seen it over and over again tonight. And our defense, it's not that they're not doing what they're supposed to do. When a quarterback can reverse field that quickly, you're already pursuing him on one side of the field. He cuts it back to the other side of the field. I mean, that's just athleticism for a fantastic football player. And if there's a positive takeaway, I try to focus on the positive, Chris. Not a lot of time came off the clock.
Yep.
We still got 3:17 left to go. They've taken the lead, but there's still plenty of time left on the clock, and we'll see how the extra point goes here. Looks like we've got another timeout on the field. I don't think anybody threw it.
You're exactly right. We can score in 3 minutes pretty easily. But they're coming to that quarterback counter. You just needed some guys. They blocked it up really well.
I mean, he almost hit the far sideline and then literally came all the way back to the near sideline.
Yeah, I mean, just had some guys over pursue and him cut back on him, and it was off to the races. And he was the fastest race right there.
I still think our Rodgers could take him in a race. I think if it was Rodgers versus Rodgers in a dead sprint, I'm going with our Rodgers.
Yeah, I'm going with
fast.
Aaron Rodgers against anybody and anything.
That's a good call, Chris. I'll take him against any. I mean, in his class, he's got to be the top-ranked running back in America, not just the state of Alabama, but he's being noticed by every major football program in America because as a sophomore, what he's continuing to do with his production. So they're going to go for 2 here. So they come out and they're
you
spread.
get nothing out of an extra point, really.
So we'll see if we're able to stop it here. We got another pre-snap penalty.
Well, we know the referees are here tonight, that's for sure.
Unfortunately, that was going to go against the Patriots. Offsides, must have had somebody lined up in the neutral zone. Going to bump it up a little bit and give them a few less yards to get these 2 points. Trying to go up by 6 here.
Yeah, so, I mean, the extra point doesn't really give you anything. If you get 2, it's a 6-point game, and you can hope that after we score, we don't hit an extra point, and it's a tie ball game, but we need to stop them right here.
It's a
either way.
big play right here. Rogers is joined in the backfield by 2 backs. Received the shotgun snap. It's on the ground. He falls on it. Good play there by the defense. All right.
We could have used that last play.
Okay, so the 2-point conversion fails. They have a 4-point lead. Wetumpka 33, Pike Road 29, 3 minutes, 17 seconds to go in the game. So here's the big question, Chris. What's the formation? 3:17 to go in the game. Do we go back to the bunch formation? Do we stick with the spread? You've made a really good point that sometimes personnel dictates that decision for you. So there may be some things with injuries or guys with cramping that may be making the coach's decision for them. But it'll be interesting to see what they do here.
Well, to your point, the good news is they scored fast, so the defense wasn't out there a lot. So maybe they're fresh enough to kind of jump back in that, heavy set that we've had success in. And we'll see. I mean, best case scenario, we just take them to the house right here.
I like the way you're thinking. And we had Rogers catch that one that unfortunately they had to re-kick. So we'll see if he gets another shot here.
Yeah, I'd be
joined by DJ Williams to receive the kickoff.
Yeah, they're going to try to pin it over to the other side of the field.
So here we go. 85's launched him in the end zone all night. We'll see if we have an option to return this one. Is it going to go out of bounds? It is.
Yes.
Going out of bounds. That's a good break there for the Patriots. They're doing a good job all night getting those balls in the end zone. That's going to give us good field position to start this really important drive, to say the least.
Yeah, that's what we need.
Really important drive, to say the least. So Patriots will come out with good field position. We'll see what offensive set we come out in, whether it's the spread or whether it's the bunch formation that we've gone to a number of times tonight. And game's on the line.
We get them to kick it again.
Okay. So we're not going to take the we're going to take the penalty, but making them kick it again from further back. And Chris, I guess the strategy there is one more shot for Rogers.
Yeah, I think that's, if you're doing that, that's exactly what you're.
I like it. I mean,
yep.
you called it. I mean, one play. All he needs is the ball in his hands. So I like the way our coaches are thinking. That's taking advantage of the guys we have on our team and their abilities. So kicker was even surprised. He had already run off the field. I don't think he's used to seeing that. I don't think he's used to seeing a team ask him to re-kick it. So he had to get back out here in a hurry, and he did.
I'm pretty sure somebody was getting in his ear on the sidelines over there.
He's probably really glad that he got to come back out here on the field to kick that ball again. I wouldn't put it past him to put it in the end zone. The young man's got a leg, so we'll see. Rogers is set up about the 12-yard line in the middle of the field. We'll see if he has the opportunity to return this kick. And he does. Rogers takes it at about the 7-yard line. He's going right up the middle. He's going to break to the near sideline. If he can hit the corner, he might go.
Let's go.
He's going to hit the corner. 28's coming. Is he going to get it? Knocked out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Chris, you've been saying it all night. Just give him a shot and look at the field position. That's a huge play. What a great call by Coach Rigby to make them kick it again.
Kick it again.
Fooled us up here in the booth. But, Coach, great call. Give Anthony Rogers, your playmaker, an opportunity to make a play. It's exactly what he did. Great field position.
Great field position. Looks like we're coming out in the spread.
Okay. I like it. So we're going to start 3:06 to go on the clock. Down by 4.
We're going empty, it looks like.
Got a trip set to the far side of the field. Foster puts DJ in motion.
DJ Williams.
He's going to give it to him, and he's going to be taken down for a big loss. Chris, their speed sideline to sideline is probably their biggest strength as a defense, and it was on full display there.
Yeah, I mean, he covered that really well. I don't know if that was a read or a call give, but might would have been better off just keeping that one and hitting it up the middle.
Yeah. Well, what you're hoping for with a play like that is even if it results in a loss, it keeps them honest, maybe opens something back up in the middle. They've got to respect the speed sweep. So here it comes. We'll see if he hands it.
Did we jump?
Didn't see what happened there.
Here's a flag on the play.
Looks like the Wetumpka defense is trying to calm down one of their guys. Got a little overexcited. And we're unfortunately going to have to back it up even more. So they're cutting into Rogers' kickoff return there with a loss of yards on first down, penalty second down. 2:26 to go in the game, down by 4. Facing a second and I'm going to call it forever. It's a lot of yardage to pick up.
It's a lot of yardage. Let's
Foster's
go.
in the shotgun. We got trip set to the near side of the field.
Let's make a
big
play.
chunk play here. He's going to roll out to the near side. He's looking downfield and didn't quite get it there. Looks like our wideout had slipped. So it brings up.
Looks like somebody ran the wrong route down there too. Just judging by what's going on.
So you got a
right.
third and long,
Third down.
220. You're running 2 plays to pick up a lot of yards here because we're not punting the ball back. So we got to imagine that we're going to try to get a good chunk play here with a run to make that 4th down manageable. We'll see what coaches have. Of course, the other team knows that too. So you might always go a different direction, trying to catch them off guard. Rogers is going to come out of the backfield. We now have an empty backfield. Caleb Foster's going to drop back. Looks like a flag's on the play. We're going deep to Rogers, and he's caught it. He's down at the 21-yard line. There is a flag in the backfield. We'll have to wait on the call.
Oh, my gosh.
There is a flag on the play. It's an illegal shift against Pike Road.
Illegal shift against the Patriots is going to take that game back. Back us up. You called it when you said have Rogers go down the middle of the field. That's exactly what the coaches had in mind, and we executed the play well. Not sure what might have happened there pre-snap to result in that call, but an illegal shift is somebody moving when they weren't supposed to, or the ref seeing somebody that they thought moved when they weren't supposed to. Either way, takes the long play off, and we got 2:12 to go, and we got a lot of yards to pick up, like I said earlier, in 2 plays. So we'll see if the coaches come back to that. We've got an empty backfield with Caleb back there by himself, which would show us play. He's going to go long right down the middle again. He's throwing it up in the air. And number 22 for Wetumpka was almost able to pick that ball off, but it does fall to the turf and brings up a 4th and long with 1:59 to go.
Ball's incomplete. 4th down.
There's not a lot of plays in the playbook when you've got this many yards to go, but
no, I mean, I think at this point you kind of got to go back to what I did a little earlier. I might have everybody run a hitch and run Rogers one-on-one because
right.
It looks like they're manning up for the most part. So I still take my chances one-on-one with them, going up to get a ball. Looks like now they're dropping a safety back.
Get their safety back, way off the line of scrimmage. Snap to Foster. Another penalty flag on the play. Foster sacked in the backfield. We'll wait to see what the result of the call is here on the field. It's going to go against the Patriots. Going to be declined. Wetumpka ball. 1:54 to go in the game.
It's hard to tell what's happening right there. It might be snapping the ball a little early before we're getting that shift set and giving it time to be able to snap it and get out of there. Can't snap it while he's moving forward.
It's 4-point lead, 1:54 to go in the game. Certainly plenty of time to get the ball back and get the lead back. Defense is not going to back down. We've seen that all night from these guys. They're going to bring it. And really taking away these long runs by Rogers, our defense has not allowed them to sustain anything over the long haul. It just broke up these long plays on really broken plays.
Yeah.
That the quarterbacks just demonstrated incredible skill and reading the field and going from one sideline to the next. But none of that matters right now. All that matters right now is stopping these guys. 1:54 to left to go in the game. Nathan Rogers is in the shotgun set. Going to receive the snap, and he's going to give it right up the middle, which we've been shutting that down all night as we continue to do there on first down. And quick timeout called by Coach Rigby and the Pike Road Patriots.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to try to give it to their running back or quarterback and run the clock down. And, it'd be great to be able to strip the ball and see what happens.
We got one timeout left after calling that Timeout, 1:50 to go in the game. 2nd and 12.
Bad snap would be good right about now.
If we can stop him here, there will be enough time for us to get the ball back. Math was not my strong suit, but I'm pretty sure that we can work the math out here that if we can stop him from getting a first down, we can at least get the ball back with a shot here. But it's going to take our defense bowing up. They've been doing it all night when it comes to them trying to run the ball up the middle. We'll see if Wetumpka stays conservative, running the ball up the middle, or if they try to go for a big play here. First-year coach. Don't really know what his track record is in a situation like this, so it'll be interesting to see what we do. They've got 4 wide receivers to the near side of the field. Rogers sends his back in motion. He's going to give it to him right up the middle. And big Jalen Jarrett shuts that down right away, number 7 in the middle. The Patriots call their last timeout. 1:44 to go on the clock. Good stop. It's good to see Stephon Andrews back in the game making a tackle. Good to be helped off earlier this evening. Good to see him back out there. He's had a great game tonight.
Yeah, he's playing really well. Yeah. We'll take one of them roller snaps right now.
That
scoop and score? Yeah.
I'll take a scoop and score.
Why not?
Roll that snap back there, which that's the, Chris, the spread offense, obviously, spread offense is run by just about everybody. But in these situations, the shotgun snap, I mean, it's risky.
Yeah, I mean.
They run it every play. These guys know how to do it, but you're just opening yourself up to one more thing that could go wrong.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's, especially when you've seen them at least twice that they've rolled one back, if not 3 times tonight. So let's go. Bad snap.
Go. Play of the night, 3rd and 9. Patriots have to have a stop here. Come out in the spread set. Rogers in the shotgun, as he's been the entire evening. Good snap. He's going to give it right up the middle. He's going to break a tackle at the line of scrimmage. He might have got enough for the first down. We'll have to see where it's marked.
Jamarian Thrasher gets a 9-yard gain. Tackle on the play for number 25, Stephon Andrews.
It's going to come down to the spot. Looks like it's going to be 4th down. They did not get enough for the first down.
Makes it 4th and 1 for Wetumpka.
4th and 1. Clock is running, 1:24 and counting. Wetumpka's offense is staying on the field. We'll see if they try to get us to jump offside or if they're going to actually run a play here.
Yeah,
1:12 on the clock.
Milk it down to 1 second and see what happens. He didn't get it.
Didn't get it. Didn't get it.
He didn't get it.
Our defense shows up big, makes a big stop there on 4th down. Wow.
1 minute.
Great job, guys.
1 minute.
Minute 3 on the clock.
Behind the line of scrimmage results in a turnover on downs.
Good job, defense.
I mean, if you're Wetumpka there's really nothing to lose, everything to gain. If you get the first down, the game's over.
Yeah,
you don't. That's really the thought process there, right?
Yeah, I think you absolutely got to go for that.
Yeah. And hey, our guys showed up. If you're the coach, you got to think we can get 1 more yard in this game, but our guys wouldn't have any of it. Giving our offense 1 more shot. I love it. Minute 3 to go. Here we go. No quit in this team. No quit in this team.
This is why you play. This is why you play.
Bounce back over and over tonight. We come out in our spread formation.
I mean, I'd be shocked if they don't bracket Rogers with somebody in front of him and a safety over the top of him, but we'll see what they do. Might want to let him get set first.
Yeah.
There we go.
Everybody's set this time. Foster drops back. Looks across the middle. He's got Rogers across the middle. Rogers is catching it. He's going upfield. He's at the 40. If he can beat one guy, he might take it to the house. He's going to take it to the house. Touchdown!
Come on! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? No flags there. Let's go.
Not taking that one off the board. Unbelievable.
Welcome to the Rogers Show.
Unbelievable. What a great pass by Caleb Foster, too, to hit him in stride. He didn't have to slow down. He took it to the far side of the field for a 72-yard touchdown completion by the Pike Road Patriots. Unbelievable.
That's why you play it. I love it. Oh.
The defense comes up big on 4th and 1 stop. First play from the line of scrimmage, 72-yard touchdown. Tormion for the extra point. Big extra point here. The snap is bobbled.
Fire.
Jump on it. So it's a 2-point lead, 35-33. But what an incredible play.
I mean, that's unbelievable. They're expecting him to go deep. They run him on a slant. Great throw by Caleb. Catches it in stride, just like you said. Makes a play. We got Tormy out there. Did a great job of just shielding, not getting a penalty, and a block out in space out there, and Rogers set it up and took it to the house. I mean, golly, you can't beat Friday nights. I'll tell you that much.
My goodness.
All right, so now we got to kick it, cover, then we got to contain number 2.
That's exactly right, Chris.
Just like they knew they had to contain 21, we got to contain number 2 because Rogers has shown he can take it the length of the field as well. I mean, we need to spy him, whatever we need to do. We need to put some extra eyes on him and keep him out of the end zone.
Make anybody else beat us but him.
Anybody else.
Wow, what a high school football game. Does it get any better than Friday Night Lights?
This is great.
My goodness.
Both
these teams have competed so well. Fantastic game. We've seen a lot of great plays tonight. Both teams, 35-33, 51 seconds to go. Defense has already shown they can make some big stops. They got to do it one more time.
Levin's done a great job returning the ball. I might not kick it to him.
That's a good call, Chris. We'll see if we're able to get the kick away from him.
Oh, this is great. Let's go make a play. Let's pin him down there. I think even with, there we go, stay outside.
Tormy with the kick. 11's going to take it.
Nice kick.
About the 10-yard line.
Wedge set up.
Breaks the first contact. Good return.
Right, there we go.
Up to about the 33-yard line.
All right. Just don't let the quarterback counter get loose.
That's the first thing you got to protect against. They've been running it all night. He's been running it really well all night. We haven't defended it poorly. It's just once he gets to the second level, his speed takes over from there. Just like Anthony's speed just took over for us.
Right.
It'll be Wetumpka football, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
From their 34-yard line.
They got enough time to take a couple shots at their big receivers also.
Right. They're going to bring 3 of them to the near side of the field, which means DJ is kind of on an island out there.
Yeah, nothing behind you.
A good DB.
Don't let anything behind you. We could use a big pass rush right here.
Rogers is looking to that side of the field where DJ's there. DJ does a good job in coverage. Pick up maybe 3-4 yards.
Rogers pass complete out of bounds.
Live with that.
Malik goes. It's a 3-yard gain.
3-yard gain.
2nd and 7 for the Indians.
Smart's checking in. Hopefully he's got over that cramp. He's full speed right now. He's very explosive. He can get back there.
39 seconds to go. Clock stopped as the receiver went out of bounds. He'll start on the snap of the ball.
Another quick pass right here and then take a shot.
He's coming to the near side of the field. He's got 3 receivers. Look, we're in the backfield. We can take him down and be a sack.
Yes!
A great job. Is that Stephon Andrews? Stephon Andrews with another big play tonight.
Great job.
Fantastic.
And that was a great job by Shamar. Won't get any credit for that, but he took 2 blockers and kept him from getting out to the outside. And Stephon did a great job closing.
Fantastic
that was great.
job.
Very good job.
That sack is sponsored by Hawthorne, Atkinson, and Riddle. Wetumpka uses a timeout there, but what a fantastic play by Stephon Andrews.
You know, I mean, going into the season, if you said, hey, with the inexperience on offense and the experience on defense that we have, you had a chance to put a game in the offense or defensive hands, which one would you want? Probably you would say defense coming into the season just because of the experience. So.
And it certainly showed up on these first 2 plays of that drive. DJ having great coverage over there to force that ball out of bounds with a short gain, and then Stephon Andrews making a fantastic play there to sack the quarterback, forcing Wetumpka to use their last timeout, bringing up a 3rd and long. It's 3rd and 9, 29 seconds to go.
With 29.1 seconds left.
Does it get any better than this, Chris? I mean, come on.
If it does, I don't know where.
Come on.
I mean, back and forth, hard-fought game coming down to the wire. We need to win this. It came down to the wire against Hillcrest. It'd be great for us to pull this one out. We need a good stop right here.
Rogers takes the snap. He's
Shamar's
dropping
back
back.
there. Shamar's back
in
there.
the backfield, pressuring him.
Oh.
We're going to get him. We're going to get him. Yep.
Yes!
Take him down.
There we go. Good
Take him
job,
down.
defense.
Clock is going to keep running. Clock is going to keep running. It can't stop. They can't stop the clock. 16 seconds, 15 seconds. They're going to have time for one more play if they can line up.
Turn around.
Fourth down. We got guy was off the field. We had 12 men on the field.
12 men on the
12
field.
men were on the field when that ball was snapped.
You got to see that over
I
there,
thought
ref.
that was fourth down right there. Maybe I haven't been tracking downs correctly. That was fourth down. He spiked the ball on fourth down.
Let's go.
That was fourth down. They didn't have another play left, and he threw the ball into the dirt.
That's it. Fourth down, spiked the ball.
They lost track of the downs. He spiked it on fourth down.
And now we got the greatest play in football coming up right here.
Well, you hate it for that young man. He's played a fantastic game, and I hope that doesn't stay with him because he's done a fantastic job tonight. Just lost track of the downs. Those things can happen, but our defense, Chris, put him in that situation.
Absolutely.
There's no timeouts left. He's trying to get his team set. He's doing everything he can, and unfortunately for that young man, mistake there, but he'll bounce back. But hey, let's focus on the Patriots here for a second. What a fantastic last 2 minutes of football to come back and break and get this long pass play from Rogers, get our defense back on the field again, ask them to make one more stop, and they answered the call.
And here's the greatest play in football. It's a negative play on the charts, but that means you just got the W. And man, we needed that. We needed that in the biggest way, especially with the games that we've been playing and being close and being tight. It was great to see us pull this out like this.
Absolutely. Victory O formation. Caleb's going to take the snap, drop to the knee, and that's going to do it for tonight, where your Pike Road Patriots are going to come out on top 35-33 for their first region win of the season against the Wetumpka Indians. Chris, what a great game.
Oh, man, that was amazing. It really doesn't get any better than that.
No, it doesn't.
Good gracious. You got an explosive player over there making huge plays, explosive player, Anthony Rogers for us making huge plays. Defense stepping up when they really had to. That was everything you could want on a Friday night right there. If you weren't here, you missed it.
What a great game. Wetumpka showed up. We knew that they would come back after that first half deficit. We knew they'd fight back in the second half. They did that. They took the lead. A lot of times a team that happens, they get discouraged, they feel sorry for themselves. Not Pike Road. They just fought right back and said, this game ain't over, we can still win it. And that's exactly what they did.
We've been saying it the last 2 weeks, and it didn't go the way that we wanted, but we never quit, never stopped, kept playing to the end of the game. And I think, kind of what you talked about before we started the game, playing those two opponents early, they were really good, really tough opponents, gets you mentally and physically ready for a game like this, and there was no quit.
That's right.
Man, I'm so happy for those kids right now. They fought their tail off for 2 weeks, and it didn't go their way, and it's easy to kind of get beat down when the ball doesn't go your way and you don't get to win, especially when you're accustomed to winning. And to see them fight like that and come back and win it, I couldn't be more proud of them.
Love seeing Stephon Andrews down there get fired up. That young man had to come out of the game injured, came back and made some huge plays there at the end of the game. He's hurting right now, but he came back out there for his teammates and showed out. Good to see him get to celebrate and have some fun with his teammates. Both teams congratulating each other. Both teams know what they just did. They understand the opponent they just played. Great teams. They see that. They respect each other. Wetumpka's going to have a fantastic season. Chris, I saw a lot of good football players on their team tonight.
Absolutely. They came in 2-0 against two 7A opponents, and that was a great game. Both teams gave each other everything that they wanted and then some. That's ain't a better way to start out region play.
So we'll get the stats for Anthony Rogers at some point, but he not only had the rushing stats tonight, he also had the receiving stats with that long touchdown reception there at the end of the game. What a football player.
I guess really the only thing left to do is go eat hash brown bowl at Waffle House, and then everybody's supposed to be partying at Richard White's house, I believe.
Yep, yeah. I don't know if we've given out that address yet, but, Waffle House at Pike Road, fantastic establishment. BurgerFi, fantastic establishment. What more do you want?
I'm going to sleep, but everybody enjoy Richard's house.
That's great. That's great. Well, we want to thank our sponsors for tonight's game again, Vaughn Forest Church, Brantley Bank, Pike Road Quarterback Club, Southern Orthopedic Surgeons, Pike Road Patriot Fund, Hawthorne, Atkinson and Riddle, Gunthorpe Financial, the law offices of Vickers and White, and Dogwood Media Solutions. Well, Chris, season marches on. Big win tonight. These young men are going to enjoy this. Coaches are going to be watching film tomorrow morning.
That's right.
The march continues. And a little unique, this next game will actually be on a Thursday night instead of a typical Friday night.
That's right.
We're going to be playing at the Crampton Bowl here in Montgomery, 7 o'clock Thursday night against Sidney Lanier High School. And I'm sure there'll be a great turnout, both from Sidney Lanier as well as Pike Road for that game Thursday evening.
Yep, we got a short week, so we got to kind of turn around and, like you said, get the game plans together quickly, get the kids up to speed on the game plan, and be ready. You know, everything is bumped up today, so be ready to play on Thursday. Hopefully we can get healthy and be ready to go Thursday night for another region game. Hopefully, you know, we lost the first two, but right now we're undefeated in region play, and we want to keep it that way because that's what matters.
You see the young men celebrating over here on the sideline in front of the student section with the cheerleaders. One of the things I love about our school, Chris, is just the support that these kids give each other. They don't leave the bleachers during the halftime show. They cheer on their buddies in the band. They cheer on their buddies that play ball. And these are student athletes. You know, they're in class every day with the same kids that are up here in the student section as the Pike Road Patriot song is now being played by the band. And you know this has got to feel good for those guys out there.
Man, that's you can't beat it. You can't beat that right there. They earned that one. But you know, to come out against a good team and come back from being down late in the game, I mean, that is huge. That is huge. Great job on the coaching staff. Great job on the kids. I mean, everybody involved.
While they finish playing the fight song there, let me just say thank you one more time to Brian Harris, our engineer, Chad Boak, camera operator extraordinaire, and all of the team at Dogwood that makes this possible.
Richard,
hey man,
Richard let everybody down.
This has
thanks
been
for
fun.
You jumping in here.
Hey, Richard does an awesome job. I was grateful to have the opportunity to fill in for him. He'll be back next week doing a fantastic job. Chris, you do a fantastic job each week. Grateful for how you support this team. And what a night. So great game tonight. Again, if you live here locally, we'd love to have you come out and support the Patriots Thursday night in the Crampton Bowl. If for whatever reason you're not able to be there in person, you can join us here, Pike Road Live. Coach's show will be released one day earlier this week because of the Thursday night kickoff, so you can be looking for that as well. So for Chris Myers and for Brian Harris and for Chad Boak, this is Adam Bishop saying thank you for joining us tonight. Where the Patriots, again, are victorious over Wetumpka High School, 35-33. Thank you for joining us. Go Patriots.
Go Patriots.